Out to you guys. Sorry, I just sat here for a whole minute without saying a word. We got Rob Brock in the building. Shout out to y'all. I'm sorry, guys. I got a customer that's being needy, extra needy, asking a million questions. I'm on my way to drop off their food right now. It's a $16 delivery going 12 miles, I believe. 12 miles going from like I think Glendale to East LA. So we got that going on right now. And yeah, shout out to Taz in the building, John in the building, good riddance in the building. I decided to come back on and restart the live because, one thing I'm gonna say, and this ain't no shot to anybody. A lot of people gotta understand. That's a beautiful bike right here. A lot of people gotta understand that half of the time they don't have the answers. Okay, they don't have the answers. And that's the issue I face, that people have so many people have so much to say without knowing everything about me, if that makes sense. As my GPS just screwed me up and took my location that I'm headed off. But yeah, um, a lot of people like to talk about what they think I'm about and not actually talk about it. And the only reason why I'm saying that right now, shout out to Christina in the building, is because me and Christina had a conversation and, she made me realize that that's the biggest issue I face. And the reason why I be frustrated with like not wanting to do YouTube, not wanting to be on here, is because it's always people trying to tell me how to live my life while their life ain't in order. Why do you keep doing this? All right, so let me get to it, okay? What I'm trying to say is this. I come on this YouTube channel for a reason, and it always turns into talking about my life, talking about what I got going on. And it's frustrating because I'm good. As far as you guys can care, I'm good. And we go so far away from we go so far away from um what actually matters. I'm trying to get I don't know why. Let me see if this works. I gotta get some air in here because yeah, my helmet keeps fogging up. Are you still sports betting? I'm actually gonna chill out. I talked about that earlier. I'm gonna chill out for the next few weeks. So let me get to it, guys. You know, my whole goal and my whole plan with YouTube and everything. I don't know why my helmet keeps getting foggy. Jesus Christ, I can't even see. My whole plan with YouTube is ultimately, or not with YouTube, my life. All right, so my whole plan, you have more content and people will just talk about you. If you talk about sports betting, maybe yeah. But here's the thing, guys. The issue I face is that I have a lot of work in front of me. Okay, and I'm trying to motivate myself. I'm trying to stay motivated to like actually achieve what I want to achieve without being demotivated by having conversations with people that make me rethink my life that I already got a plan for. So what I mean by that is when I sit here and I tell you guys now right now it's slow with DoorDash. I've done like 5 deliveries today. This is my fifth delivery or fourth maybe. But I've been on this bike for like the past 4 hours. But I did a total of 6 orders today because I did a Grubhub order. Okay, so I'm not in bad shape. I'm not in bad shape. Everything's good. But I have to motivate myself to remain on this bike and grind it out. Okay, and I face the issue that people just don't get it. People don't understand that it takes a lot of positivity and willpower to like sit here, and I'm not really making too much money right now. I'm going to make it on the back end because as I wait out, as I wait out DoorDash to like start sending me really, really good orders that allows me to become a top dasher. And I see that when I'm on this vertical, YouTube is really making me work. Yeah, I mean, a horizontal. I didn't put myself in vertical. Now I can see my real numbers. And my real numbers, actually, it looks like my real numbers are almost comparable to the vertical numbers. And I'd rather be in this format because the um the live looks more clean. It's more easier for you guys to text. It's easier for you guys to read the chat. The only plus you get on vertical is you can like swipe in and out of my channel. But I think with this format, I keep going flip flopping from this format to the horizontal format. But in reality, this format is just way better, overall, because it just allows for it to be more clean on my end, and it's easier to record from. But back to the point, when I come on my channel, every single time, it gets annoying because it's always something somebody has to say. And like my thing is, I don't ask nobody for help. I don't ask anybody for anything, but it seems like people always got to come on with a million suggestions on what I should do. And it causes me to steer myself out of the plan that I got. The plan ultimately right now, and I'm going to stick to this plan. I'm not going to switch. I don't care if I make $1 million doing sports betting in a day. Actually, no, if I make $1 million, then I'm going to switch it up. But it will probably take me making, let's just say, 5,000 to 10,000. I'm going to switch it up. But I got to get up every morning and do DoorDash. So what I mean by that is I got to wake up and be out that house by 7 a.m. and I got to work from 7 to 7. And I don't care if it's slow, whatever. I got to do it because if I do that, it's going to allow me to be a top dasher, which will allow me to work anytime I want in any area. Right now, when I leave, like I leave this Glendale area, I'm going to be 10 miles from it. So I can't turn around and drive back. I'm not going to drive 10 damn miles back. I'm going to try to dash in whatever area I'm in, which is really East LA, but I don't know if it's going to allow me to deliver in East LA. I think I might be done to where I might have to wait out for downtown to go red, which should happen. But downtown is dangerous in LA. But the whole point of what I'm trying to say right now is I'm in a situation that I got to just be trying to think of the right word. I gotta be patient. Okay, there we go. I gotta be patient. I gotta be willing to take my time and allow the system to come to me. Because no matter what, I'm gonna make $100 a day. I got 86 days before I leave. So if I worked and made $100 a day, even that's $8,600. Now, mind you, as I got another biker behind me, mind you, you have 86 days, but once I become top dasher, I'll be making $200 a day, easy. Okay, so I'm gonna have over 15 to 20,000 just doing that, and that doesn't include the basketball tournament, which is gonna allow me to make a whole lot more than that. But I got to be patient. I got to stop trying to conquer the world overnight, and it starts with me being on YouTube. It starts with me not allowing people to come on and take me away from the mission in hand because of the fact I start doing so good, and then I have a dispute with somebody on my YouTube channel, and it causes me to like backtrack and go back to what I originally had going on, or move away from what I originally had going on. I start doing something new, and it's to the point I got to just stop doing that because today's live earlier was supposed to be about the women, but it turned into another lecture, and that's not fun for me. It's not fun for me because I don't want it. I don't ask for it, but it keeps happening. So I got to look at the fact that I'm on this bike. I'm doing DoorDash all day. I'm about to be making good money. I got to look at that fact that I don't need to do anything but what I'm doing. And you know what frustrates me? And I was talking to somebody earlier about this. I've literally taken care of myself my whole life. When I was in Wilmington, before I left, that changed everything to where got people thinking that I need their assistance. Like I'm just a helpless man that has no way. So what I was trying to explain to you guys earlier was this. Before I got like the conversation got steered to another place. So I am a great creator. I can, do and accomplish really anything I want to do. I can accomplish, make it happen. But the problem I face is the management side of it. So it's like, as I was saying before, once I get the management side of it together, then we're good. But that's me personally. Now, of course, I have people coming to the channel who's not really happy with their life. They're somewhat jealous of what I got going on. That they find it fun to try to make a bad thing bad, to make a bad thing or make a good thing bad. And that's something we're gonna move past finally. Because it's gonna be hard. Not really, but at the same time it's gonna be hard. But I gotta get a structure on this channel to where people are helping me achieve the look I'm trying to have throughout, not just YouTube, but my life. And it's week to week, something happening. And guys, it's crazy because it's something always happening every week. Like earlier this week, I had a family moment that happened that changed a lot of things for me. That made me have to rethink life differently. And it got me to this point that I'm at right now, to where I'm back contemplating the right move. I was going to move to Youngstown, or not Youngstown, but Columbus, mainly because of my daughter, her situation, because I was having an emotional experience. And that would have been a bad move for me because in reality, there's nothing in Youngstown for me to do but the club and the same old thing and put myself in a bad situation again. So, like, right now, what I plan on doing, with the whole move back to Wilmington, I'm going to grind like no other the next 80 or so days I'm gonna take some days off. I still got obligations. I'm gonna take days off. But for the most part, I'm going to sit here and I'm gonna grind like I've never grinded before. Actually, I'm not gonna say that because it's impossible to grind like I grinded before without the cash flow I got. But I'm gonna grind like I never grinded before. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and watch that bank account grow. That way, when I go back to Wilmington, I'll have more than enough money to achieve everything that I have planned on achieving. But right now, I can't really do that without having the structure in place. And right now, being out here, we start building of that structure by having consistency and working the 12 hours a day. That way, when I do go back, it won't be a hard thing. Won't be a hard thing to put myself on once in Wilmington, of course, to stick with. I mean, and continue to grind. 5 years, but I'll be able to go to Wilmington with the money, capital to pretty much do a bunch of different things that would allow me to continue growing financially without settling for a 9 to 5 until I find something that I'm actually passionate about. I love. I see the chat a little bit. I can't really look at the chat right now because of the fact, of course, I'm on a bike. But I do see the word jealous. And I do see Joe Money, and I see Christina. I'm assuming Christina is defending me, showing me love because of that loser. That is absolutely who's absolutely miserable. Who has no clue about anything. You know, I kind of feel sorry. I guess I'll go. I'll talk about the Joe Money until I can look at the comments. I kind of feel sorry for Joe at this point, guys. You gotta understand. Joe literally his lack of like being able to choose the woman that he wants and having to settle for like emo trash, and the fact that he's like trying to make up for the fact that he doesn't think he's black. He thinks he's white, low key. It's kind of a nat. Why does the woman pull all the way into the driveway? But it's kind of a sad situation with Joe. Joe's literally unhappy. He's not comfortable with himself. You know, he's not really he doesn't really have an answer. He doesn't have the answer. When you grind something, when you grind something, eventually there's no material left to grind. Now you're right, but not at the same time. It ain't that. It's about stability. It's about consistency. It's about sticking with something. So with me grinding it out, getting comfortable and used to grinding it out, it's ultimately putting me in a position to it's putting me in a position to have the bank flow needed to achieve what I need to achieve. You gotta remember when I made that $25,000, that put me in a position to get the place and all of that. But imagine if I would have just at that point move back to move back to Wilmington. At that point, I would still have that cash flow working for me. But instead, you know, which I'm not mad about, I chose to stay here and put myself in a financial Whirlwind. See, people, like people like Joe Money are like just jealous because you gotta remember, they can only wish only wish, that I use that word, that lit word. They can only wish that they were lit. All right, guys. That's a little $16 order. I'm outside my zone, so we're gonna stay. We're gonna we're gonna stay in the zone. We're gonna stay in the zone because I got a Grubhub order that I'm about to do right now. Let me get back on the bike. We gotta get that one done. Yeah, a lot of people are just haters. You know, I appreciate that, Chikowski. Yeah, like you gotta understand, this channel is stuck with so many negative people that um I try to like just stay away for that reason, okay? All right, so I got 6 minutes to pick it up. I'm gonna be 5 minutes late for pickup, but it's all good. Jesus Christ, 6.3 miles away. The final boss be trolling. We got Dark Glow Comics. We got this big truck. that couldn't wait. They got it. I ain't about to freaking fight with no trucker or those milk trucks. So let's get into the topic here. So let's get into a topic, okay? What we were going to talk about earlier. So women, okay? I was going to talk about this because I had like a little back and forth with the homie because we had a disagreement. I'm trying to explain that women look for men for the most part that has financial resources first over love because the love mentality is like 20 years ago to where you can literally go and you know work off of love. You can't do that in 2024. Things are too expensive, and that's where we're at right now to where people aren't in realization of that and people are dating with that mentality still. I'm sorry. I think I'm waiting for this. I'm in the middle of the road because this freaking one car is trying to turn left, holding up the freaking. I couldn't see if anybody was like coming across. I didn't want to get blasted. But yeah, you have a situation that people don't get with the people aren't trying to get with the times. People are still stuck in the past to where like they used to be able because you made enough money that you could fake and act like a woman wanted you for you instead of the financial resources you have to offer. Now you can't really think that way. You got to call it what it is. And people aren't happy with that now. People are like refusing to accept that as being fact now, that women think that way. And, that's what we faced earlier with the individual who, you know, we brought together because of me saying those words, because people are so quick to defend a woman, which, I defend women all day. But I'm not going to be a fool not to say that women aren't looking for a provider. That's just in their nature. Now, a lot of women get to an age that they don't feel like they're going to get a provider, so they have to provide for themselves because they're going to be crap out of luck. That's a real thing. But, most women aren't thinking that way. Most women, until the wheels fall off, are thinking that they're going to be able to find a man that's going to hold them down. There ain't nothing wrong with having that. But you have like boys like Joe Money who's broke forever. Like he's never going to move out of his mom's house. He's always going to be living with the mom. He's always going to be, you know, using her car to make his little money doing gig work or going to that minimum wage job. And like people like him got, women thinking that like they got to settle for like a life of never having the dream that they want. And, I refuse to be like Joe. Like I'm waking myself up in the morning and I'm going to grind like no other because I don't want to be like Joe. And that's where I'm going to be if I don't wake up at 7 a.m. to work until 7 a.m. because I have the opportunity now to stack and make as much money as possible before I go back. And ultimately, with me making $200 a day with the basketball tournament and everything, I'm going to be able to make, for the most part, $200 a day. And then I'm going to be able in Wilmington to continue making money because I'll have plenty of money to buy phones and do all the other stuff I was doing. Maybe even put on a couple events a month. but it's gonna be a bunch of opportunities I'm gonna have afforded to me. I won't have to settle for nothing. Joe, I'm gonna give you some life coaching advice right now, or some life advice right now, from a guy that didn't have it together to another one. Actually, I've always had enough to have my own place, car, and everything. Other than I will stay in California and in Wilmington for like maybe a month, and then 6 months of the past 20 years, I had to stay with either my grandmother, my mom, or whatever for 6 months. But here's the situation, Joe. You still got a lot of fight in you, I'm assuming. But it starts with having um, a positive attitude. You have to stop being a hater, man, because that's just going to make you comfortable being miserable, because the more you hate on somebody else, the more you settle and say, you know what? I don't got it together and I don't care. It ain't the big of a deal. I'll get it together one day. That's you. I'm going to get it together one day. No big deal. And that's not helping nobody, you know? You literally got to remember, Joe, I get it. You want to find a cash cow. Your parents, yes. I know you could only imagine having, sick parents because you think you're, actually, I'm not going to go there. But you think that you can have like inbred parents that you can like do the nasty with them and get money from them, like a cash cow. I get it, Joe. But you don't get it, man. You don't get it, Joe. I hope one day, like, you take my advice and you go out there, you work hard, you stop messing with inbred looking chicks, like chicks with big kneecaps and ugly feet, skinny legs. I hope you stop messing with those women. Women that literally look albino. So that way you got some confidence, man. Because you shouldn't be calling yourself Joe Money. You should be calling yourself Joe Loser for now. And then once you stop doing the loser behavior you be doing, engaged in, then you can call yourself Joe Money because you're the man. Right now, you're not the man. I mean, I see potential in you to be the man eventually, but I don't know if it's going to come anytime soon with your mentality. You know, I know when you asked me for money the one day, like a year ago, I know I said, I'm sorry that I blew you off because you figured I had all this money. And I know you just needed the $20 for gas money, but I didn't know you at the time. And I know that's the reason why you have so much hate and resentment towards me, because I didn't let you hold 20 bucks. I'm going to put it out there now. Guys, Joe is mad because I ignored his Instagram message. I didn't give him the $20. And he's upset about that, you know? He won't get over it. It's only money. Why are you letting, why are you going to let money ruin a good thing, man? I don't understand it. Like, I tried to give you game about life, Joe, based on what mistakes I made. Like, I'm not trying to act like I'm too good, Joe. We're on the same level. Actually, not on the same level, because I would never settle for a chick with big kneecaps and ugly feet. But what I mean is, we're on the same level financially, okay? Actually, no, because I actually grind and work. Um, even I make some bad decisions, but I still grind and work. Unlike you, who just live off your mom and dad. And I get it. Life is hard, man. I get life is hard, but it doesn't give you the right to, like, maybe you should go get a chick that can provide and show you some love, put some money in your pocket, instead of forcing your parents to like pick up the slack. If that makes sense. I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm saying here. Yeah, Joe does have lint in his pocket. Actually, he doesn't have pockets because he's a skateboarder. He wear those ugly pants with no pockets and like rips all over him, looking like a raging lesbian half of the time. Lesbian. So, Joe, hopefully you get it together. You ain't got no career, Joe. Shout out to What Is Life. No, I'm going back to Wilmington. I'm gonna save and go back to Wilmington. Oh crap, I forgot my keys in the bike. With that before somebody pulls off on my bike. I do that every so often. I forget to take the keys out the bike, but somebody that knows how to ride a bike is gonna run up to my bike and just pull off on it one day. Kristen, you gotta put him on blast like that. Like nobody gotta know he's a Walmart greeter. Okay, I guess he doxed himself. I guess he doesn't care. If you don't care, I don't care either. Joe is super sassy. He's super sassy. Sassiest man I know. I know they're about to make me pour the drink. About to be annoying. You know what's crazy? Anybody that has all this stuff to say gotta be stupid if you think about it. You're literally on my channel for hours every day. You spend literally 30 hours to 40 hours a week on my channel. What does that have to say about you? I have never in my life, I might spend maybe an hour a week on like certain channels that talk about certain things, like Patrick David PBD podcast. I watch like almost every day. So I might spend like 8 hours a week with PBD. But other than that, I'm not about to freaking spend 30 hours on a guy I don't like. I don't get it. I don't get why you think that's okay. Joe can't get payday loans. He doesn't have a job like that pays him enough. He's probably in the system, payday loan system. He probably can't even get loans. But you gotta think, this dude literally spending hours on my channel every single day. Actually, I gotta make my live. Hey, pick up for Adam H. It has a drink also. Okay, it has a drink. I know. For Adam, Jerome, um, you must be an idiot. Don't you think I watch him while working? I'm literally working. You guys are watching without working because you guys like to look at me. Thanks. You guys like to look at me and, you know, listen to what I got to talk about. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just, you got to remember, you haters, you do a job of deflating me. You make me not want to really do YouTube sometimes because there's so many of you guys. And it confuses me because you guys literally be on my channel all day. Like you don't have no life. Like you got nothing better to do. You're on a channel of somebody you don't like. You know, like a gig tuber, for example, like all the gig tubers, for the most part, there's a couple that I like that I'll watch their channel sometimes here and there. But mostly I don't watch gig tube content anymore because it's not relatable to me what I'm doing in my life. You guys got to understand that mentally, nobody's stupid. A lot of you guys are really broke and you're trying to hide it by the fact of trolling me because who would watch a guy? Because if you guys think that this is broke man content, so why would you guys watch a guy who you consider broke unless you guys are literally broke and you're covering up by making um yourselves feel better by thinking that you're in a better position of somebody who's you consider on the same level of brokenness as you. Like you guys don't understand it's a losing battle. You guys gotta like wake up and realize that nothing other than going and grinding like I'm grinding is gonna make things better for you. There's no level of grinding that's gonna make it better for you. Shout out to Michael. I don't know if I'm gonna attach myself to him because I don't really want to be like in that hate train. Because eventually, once I stick to my little goal here of working like a maniac. Shout out to Silicon Building. But yeah, you have a lot of. I have a good paying 9 to 5, but I follow because I love the hustle that you displayed in this. Dante, remember, I'm not talking about people that aren't haters. So don't think that because I say that y'all watch because y'all broke and all. I'm talking about the people like Joe, the Joe people, the people that when I'm winning, they try to kiss my butt. That was almost bad. I tried to pull out this Taco Bell parking lot and like the bike was like, good thing I got a big bike. Bike would have fell down. The bike was heavy as hell. I lost my balance. That's the reason why you gotta have. I gotta get some Vans or something because you can't really wear worn out shoes out here in LA because everybody's cars be like oil be coming out of their cars and it causes your shoes to be slippery. And yeah, my shoes slipped and I like tweaked my knee a little bit. Silicon, we're gonna make you a mod because you donated so much that you deserve to be a mod. So once I'm able to like get to my channel, I'll make you a mod. But Michael, for her to follow you, or him to follow you. I keep calling him her. Him to follow you, you have to go on. You have to put your full name on. That way she can like, or he can. I keep looking at your picture. I'm sorry, Silicon. But yeah, for him to follow you, you have to like put your real like at name. That way, he can put it in the search bar and pull you up. But yeah, guys, we're moving. We're moving. We're making progress. Now I'm doing $100 a day for the most part. Before it was more like, and I got one order. I got a $20 tip on cash tip. We're tracking for we're tracking for we're tracking for $200 a day. I mean $100 a day. We're doing that now, and that's like 6 hours. Like today, we're after this order, I'll be at like $110. Now, of course, it's a Friday, so that might make a difference in the money, but it's better than nothing. And this order about to be done fast, and then I'm gonna post up and wait for something else to come in. Keep it moving. Yep, this headset. So, Tchaikovsky, here's the thing. It's hard to find people that's willing to camera up. And not camming up is killing my channel. Because of the fact when people come on and see a bunch of faceless people, it just don't work on YouTube unless your channel builds an audience around that. But you gotta understand with JB, I don't agree with him politically and how he thinks, culturally. But when it comes to debating, if he's not drunk, he's not that bad to debate with. He doesn't use the N word. He actually shows respect. But when he gets drunk, he does all that stuff. Still unexcusable. But what I'm saying is, I can tolerate it enough to have a meaningful conversation that's going to make impact out here to people that care about that. So I had that conversation with them because of that. But I'm not going to not talk to somebody because they deal with somebody. As long as that person isn't disrespecting me and that person's like in support of that disrespect, I don't care. But yeah, Silicon I support because he's done nothing to me, and that's just it. Remember, John, if I told you you got some work to do, it's gonna take you got to start from the bottom, like because of the fact you had multiple infractions within like a past 7 day period, but you're gonna get it back. Just give it like 30 days, and then we can like get you back to where you were at. I just can't because there's other people that deserve that. I know there's some channels that give it to anybody. I don't want to do that because I want it to be worth something. Because the people that are mods, I feel like they completely believe in the channel and they believe eventually it's going to pop off again and it's going to be valuable for them to be considered day one, which gets them the perks. Like when I start really making money, I can give my mods, benefits. That's the reason why I got to be selective. So it ain't fair for me just to make you a mod after the stuff you say, because now it makes it seem like the mod doesn't mean anything, and it really doesn't, other than you helping me. But it means a lot if you believe in the channel. Because if you didn't believe in the channel, or if I made anybody a mod, you don't have to believe in the channel. You can just be here and just act like you do, and you have the power to sabotage it. But on top of sabotaging it, you have the power to like act like you know ultimately like you've been here, and you know what it is. Okay, we got delivery Chick-fil-A. All right, so we're moving, guys. It's from nonstop right now. $7 for 4.9 miles. We're gonna take that. Yes, it's nonstop right now. I mean, I've had maybe that one break at McDonald's, but that was my fault that I took a break off. I mean, I took a break to have a cheeseburger with no pickle, no mustard, extra ketchup. I'm here, but I'm not going up in the house. I'll call this number. Oh God. No, I'm not joining the biker gang. I got my own. I got my own gang. Hey, this is Dennis outside your house with your DoorDash order. Okay, thank you. But yeah, um, this is the whole point, guys, of getting a bike. That way I can do DoorDash all night without worrying about, wear and tear in the car expenses, gas, and all that. Like, I'm living my best life. I get to ride around, see the good scenery, see some beautiful houses, which continue to motivate me, and make money. Remember, I'm in Prop 22, so as long as I keep the wheels moving, and I've only had, like I said before, I've been working since 5. I've only had maybe, oh, sorry, I've only had half an hour downtime. Perfect. And sorry about that. Wrong door. Yep. Thanks again. Appreciate it. Have a good day. You too. But yeah, I've only had yeah, I only had a half an hour. Besides me eating that cheeseburger, I had a half an hour downtime. And DoorDash starting to send orders to me because, like, when I took the Grab Up order, that was stupid for me to take. It was absolutely the worst delivery. Um, I was getting like $20 bangers back after back after back, but I messed up and I took the stupid Grubhub order and I had it in my on the bike, so I couldn't like cancel at that point. Shout out to Ski in the building. But yeah, guys, we're in a situation that yeah, just you ride around on the bike. Only thing I need to do, I will say, is I gotta change my muffler. My muffler is super loud and it's gonna keep people up or wake people up at night. It's telling people that I'm here, but I don't want it to be that loud. So I gotta I kind of want the loud muffler because I like the sound of it. It sounds real good. Like it's like a special custom muffler, but I'd rather not have that loud of a noise, especially at night. Like it's almost like, people are gonna get annoyed with me pulling up at their house. And by the way, guys, the topic of today of this live was gonna be women wanting a man for resources now over love and all the affection, all that stupid stuff. But it's gonna be one on ones. I don't really want a bunch of people up with no face. So I'd rather actually I might not even I'm gonna put the link up, but like one on ones if you're not showing your face. But if other people want to come up, then I'm gonna drop you after you get your point, and then I'm gonna bring somebody else up and we do that. Like I just don't want a bunch of faceless people unless they disagree with each other and they are talking to each other. But I'm debating 2 or 3 faceless people because I know for a fact it's causing my channel to be stagnant because now I know for sure because earlier when I was on by myself, I had 60 people in here. But then the moment that I brought up a guy, I told him he didn't have to cam up though. I brought a guy with no cam on, and I went from 60 to like 40 to 45 in no time. And like I know with Furby That guy's trying to knock the pole down. Furby literally came on, and within like 2 minutes we are coming on, I go from 40 on average to almost 70 on average, and it hit 80 at one point. So I know it ain't a fluke. So I I'm repeating myself because of the fact if I don't say it a bunch of times, people are going to act oblivious to it because it happened the other day. Tori had a bunch of faceless people. Actually, yeah, I can't call them people. They're the homies of YouTube, but still faceless, and it's killing the momentum, the algorithm. I can't be doing videos like that because that just looks bad. And it's on the YouTube in the YouTube space, it looks bad having a bunch of faceless lives. The famous quote: "You go after the bull, you will get the horns." I don't know what that means. Yeah, she was cooking. OG, I feel bad for him. Oh no, this is a pickup at In and Out. No way. God dang it. And I stopped here. I thought this was Chick-fil-A. Oh, it is Chick-fil-A. They just put the wrong address in. It's weird that would affect YouTube if you're streaming through StreamYard. It does because first off, I can't stream on my original thought. She was cooking them, but no, I stream on my with my helmet mic, and only way for me to do that is to do it on StreamYard. I can't do it straight from YouTube. And plus, I know the YouTube app doesn't make a difference. It's still bad numbers. I'm telling you, it's only good. It's only good when I'm doing like when I got a bunch of people with faces. I'm just telling you. And I don't know why it's like that, but it's just like that because I literally never had this issue with my numbers not growing. So you gotta remember when I first started doing YouTube, or not started, when I come back to YouTube, okay, my numbers start growing. I'm stuck at 30 people. Okay, and I know for a fact it's because of the fact that prior to like letting a bunch of people be on yelling at each other with no face, I used to only have me on for most part. I used to do my lives by myself. Then if I let people on, it was like the tail end, and then it was usually people had to cam up, and occasionally I would have like one or two people that I would give the privilege of not camming up. But now it's like we're in a situation that um we're in a situation that people always not cam up or always never cam up, and it's making me look bad on YouTube because of the fact making it bad for me on YouTube because of the fact I mean, I'm not saying it makes me bad on YouTube, it's just making my YouTube suck because it ain't growing. How is Dennis driving a bike with glasses and helmet on? I know it looks crazy, but I have to because some bikers, they get like the covers, face shields that have like they get the face shield that have the I mean, it has prescription on the shield, but of course I don't have that, so I got to do it this way, and it does look goofy, but yeah, I'm gonna get that eventually. But for now, I'm stuck with this. I pick up for entry. Yep, you too. Thanks. All right. Are you being shadow banned by YouTube? No, I can't. They don't tell you. So if you're being shadow banned, they don't tell you why. Literally say you're not being shadow banned. They don't shadow ban people, but we know they do because until the day that Christina is getting my notifications, which she still don't get my notifications, then you know. But at the same time, I don't know how Christina always knows I'm on. She be the first person on here. Maybe because um she always on YouTube because that's how I am. I'm always on YouTube. So if somebody's on, I see it on my timeline because I'm like trying to find another video. So, but yeah, a lot of people don't get my notifications. So that means you're shadow banned. And this happened before. And I remember the moment that I got the shadow ban was removed because of the fact um, my numbers started organically growing. And it literally was when I stopped talking about Trump for like I didn't say nothing about politics or Trump or anything bad. I didn't cuss really for like a whole month. And I remember out of nowhere, I started noticing my numbers increasing. What the heck did I do with the come on, bro? What are you doing? Where are you at? Looking for my drink carrier. It ain't no way I gave the guy my drink carrier. Oh, it's in my hand. I'm tripping. But yeah, I remember my numbers used to be like I could just tell, put it like that. Because the way my videos are, it ain't I don't have comparable like subscriber views as my new views. I don't really get new viewers because literally YouTube no push on any of my videos. And like I said, it's a business, so it's their choice. They don't have to push me, if they don't want to. It's their business. I gotta conform to what they want me to be, and I don't want to do that. So that's the reason why when I'm going to this new wave, I'm gonna be more Rumble and Twitch and all those apps that are like freedom of speech because I look at all my videos and they're all limited. They're all limited to YouTube premium money only, and that's something YouTube don't like. So there's things you got to do, and I don't want to be that guy, but I might get to that point of cleaning up everything. I'm a new subscriber. I'll tell you for a fact, there has to be more than 30 in the box. You should have at least close to the 100 because you're actually entertaining. You got skills, so there should be no. I appreciate that, Michael. But no, I will tell you this. The algorithm when I'm angry and I'm like yelling at people, for some reason that helps me. The algorithm literally pushes me like crazy when I'm like cussing somebody out. I don't know why it's like that, but it's like that. So there's just things I know I have to do to ultimately reach the level that I want to reach. But I'm not really willing to conform. I don't want to conform because it ain't gonna be me. And plus, when I yell at people all day on my lives, it literally makes me angry. Like it makes me like at first I was able to do it, but I could do it in a way that was funny, it was entertaining. Now I can't really do that. Now if I do it, I'm gonna have a headache. I'm gonna be tired for like a couple of days after, and I don't want to do YouTube because I can see if I'm like debating somebody that has like common sense, but a lot of these people be like weirdos low key. Like these people don't live in reality. Like you gotta understand. Like we're talking about, like for example, Trump. So Trump is about to. The algorithm could be confused because I'm confused. I don't know what really my channel is about. I honestly don't know what my channel is about because I know what I want it to be about, but I don't have the means to do it because I keep allowing the same situation to happen over and over again. Like I know YouTube does not like a bunch of faceless people and I continue doing the whole faceless people. I appreciate all the faceless people because yes, y'all give me good conversation, y'all give me something to talk about, but it's not good for my algorithm because of the fact those channels just don't do good. If you go look at all the gig tubers that always have a bunch of people with no face up talking like you know what they're talking, like you know them, they do bad. No such thing as low numbers unless you're shadow banned. Maybe you're right. No, I mean straight up, I'm shadow. I know I'm shadow banned for sure because like I'm stuck once again at the subscriber number. Yeah, remember I was stuck for like almost a year to where my subscribers did not go up. They didn't really go down. Right now, I'm stuck at the same 10 to 20 subscribers the past 2 months. And like those vertical lives, they usually do best for everybody to where they blow. But like when I had that falling out with, I think the pedo stuff screwed me because the people were lying about that. Because that live was the last big live I had, and it was right before I went to Vegas before I noticed that I stopped getting that push. And they do. So keep in mind, like consistency matters, but not for my channel because like I've gone and come back and my numbers just continue to grow because they start pushing me as soon as I come back. I'm not getting no push at all. There's no way I'm going to be stuck at 30 people, 40 people watching my lives. And I've been more consistent the past 2 months than ever. Like I've only had like maybe 2 days off that I didn't do no lives. And that only happened a couple times. Other than that, I've been on here every single day doing lives. And I know I'm not doing them at a set time, but even when I was doing that before, my numbers still grew. It's no growth at all. Now the subscriber count, as soon as they took that shadow ban off, and I remember the day. Actually, I remember the day now. The day was when me, Wordplay, and that other dude, we were doing a live. It was about should a woman pay half the bills or should you pay all the bills? And that live literally went from like 50 people watching to like literally I had like I had 2,500 people in the chat. And I know it was a real number because the chat was like unfollowable. Like the chat was it was so messy. There was a bunch of people, so many people. And I gained like that day, I gained like 500 subscribers. Like literally, I had 2,500 people for like a good half an hour, and I'm like holding my smile in. But then guess what? That happened as soon as I started cussing out the people that was on the live at that moment, going off. So it was a bad look. But then when it got to like his normal number, I was sitting at like 300 to 400 people concurrently that live. And I think it was only like a 3 or 4 hour live max. And I did like 30,000 views. And like that was the first time. That's the first time that I did a vertical live, and that did big numbers. And then or not the first time, but the first time in a while I did a vertical live. And then I remember Eli when he came on to do a live with me. That live did like it got to like 350 people in the box. So I know that was like real because it was 350 for a minute. And then the next day after that live, I was at like 100, 80 to 110 people. And some of these people were super chatting money. But then it died because I refused to talk about Eli. Like everybody was there, they wanted me to talk about Eli and bash him, but I wouldn't bash him. And most of those people left. They said, we didn't come here for that. Oh, yeah, Coach Eli is great. So, yeah, Eli's more bigger draw to me, absolutely. So keep in mind, the vertical is not fake views. What it is you're in a short feed, so you got a better chance of getting way more views. But there's still real views. Sorry, I meant no disrespect. Just deserve so much. You are getting back. I'm less desirable people on YouTube who don't deserve it being more successful. I'm trying to figure it out. Explanation. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, Michael. No issue, man. You're good. Freedom of speech channel. Ski mask. Um, like I know what I have to do, but I don't necessarily want to do that. And it's me. It's me and my laziness to like just do it. Because honestly, Ski, what it is all the successful channels, they script out their videos. I can use ChatGPT and just change a few of the words to make it more fit me. And I can have people like with ChatGPT. I did a video earlier about moving back to Wilmington that broke down like the cost of living difference and all that stuff. But I don't really necessarily want to do that, because it ain't really content I want to talk about. But when it comes to talking about stories, I'm so erratic that when I start talking about the stories, it don't make sense. It's like bad luck. So there's a lot of different things. A lot of different things that I need to do that I refuse to do. And that's what's killing me ultimately. Killing me softly with his word or her word. Telling my whole life, I don't know the words. Killing me softly. Oh, by the way, guys, you gotta see this. You gotta type in Erica Badu, Apollo. You're gonna see how strong she was as a kid. She was like 13 years old, and she went on there. She started performing, but she was nervous. You can tell because her voice is kind of like cutting out, and she was low. But then within like 20 minutes, she got it together, and she took the mic off the stand. Within like a minute and a half, she got it together. She took the mic off the stand, and like she started being like, showing her little sassy side, and she started like killing the performance to where everybody started cheering for her. But that was like so motivating to where she didn't give up. She didn't like let people, you know, talk her out of her bag. I gotta put this charger on real quick after I drop off this order before this phone dies. But yeah, she didn't let people talk her out of her bag. And she did her thing and they cheered her and she was great. I'm happy for her that she didn't give up. Yeah, a lot of people give up and quit. But she didn't do that. She stuck with it. Hopefully that's a firework. You never know out here in California. Yeah, I'm hoping that's a firework. That was freaking loud. Sound like a high speed chase. Okay, we got the $1 tip work. Appreciate that, Michael. I think people like characters on this channel like super villains. Yeah, the 30 of y'all, but in the big scheme of things, with the other like um, bunch of people, um, nobody really likes no face people. That's just what it is. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I still got love for y'all. It's just people don't want to see this to where you got like no faces. I know I keep saying that because I'm trying to hit it home to motivate somebody to like show their face and actually, help a brother out because, I'm trying not to get, because here's the thing. If I bring on new people, they're not dealing with the nastiness y'all be engaged in. You got to understand that. So I know a lot of those people, they're so comfortable and used to being able to be disrespectful and like nasty with me, that they're not gonna want to change their game up to be liked by normal human beings. And eventually, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to just bring on new people and just forget where I came from and make it about me, because of the fact a lot of y'all wouldn't be able to survive with normal people that show their face, that actually got reputations and got lives that they can you know um ski. I'm not blaming y'all. I'm just telling y'all the issue. You know. So I'm hoping one day I can motivate one of y'all to like help a brother out and cam up. Y'all know, I don't know if y'all know this, but Joe Biden, this is how devious the Democratic Party is now. They're trying to kill Trump. So they kind of messed up. It's the whole mess of what they did wrong. They pretty much um, used the justice system to prosecute a political opponent, the leading candidate for president. Um, Michael, maybe I'll reach out to Eli. I might do that. I'll reach out to Eli. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll see about that. I just don't know what I would talk to him about, because I would have to be a parody person, character, for it to be a good conversation. I would have to be a locale, because if I'm serious with Eli, I don't think that he's going to. Maybe what, we could talk about women. We could talk about the women's situation with support and financial resources and all that. I'll reach out to Eli and see what he says. Okay, but back to the point at hand. Yeah, you have like Democrats. The reason why I'd be so crazy talking about Democrats. So Joe Biden and Democrats, they put a bill in the um, to be voted on, that they're trying to um, take away the Secret Service from a president who has a president who has felonies. So if you have a felony, they're taking away your Secret Service, which would mean that if Trump went to jail, that means he would if Trump went to jail, that means he would end up dying, because he's gonna get murdered in Rikers, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to pass that, and then on top of that, it came out that one of the jurors were talking to a family member about his trial and said that um they're gonna vote guilty. Pretty much, they said he was guilty before the ruling came in. So you have a lot of stuff that's happening to where they might have to drop the charges or retry him. It might be a mistrial. So I think that's Democrats trying to clean up their mess, because it backfired. He raised more money after being found guilty than before in like a couple of days. And now like people are like turning their back on freaking the Democratic Party, like lifelong Democrats. Like I haven't met a Democrat other than an ignorant person that don't know nothing about anything other than I'm gonna vote Democrat because that's what I always do. Republicans are racist. Other than those people, or I'm voting against Trump people, there hasn't been nobody that support Joe Biden and Democrats, because they don't like nothing that Democrats are doing. Democrats literally put their foot in their mouth, because Hillary Clinton, all these people done bad things. None of them got prosecuted, but all of a sudden now they care about law and order. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Okay, we got another order. Looks like El Polo Loco. I just passed it up. We're popping, guys. I'm in my bag, but this is only 6:25. We got a cop car that literally went like flying past me. So we're gonna do a U-turn and go to El Polo Local. 625 for 2.5 miles. $2.5 miles. We can't make a U-turn here, so we're gonna have to make a left turn, and then we gotta like do a turn into the parking lot. DoorDash and Uber Eats is nice tonight. Yeah, I mean, what it is, H-Way, honestly, it's that driving the wealth. If you're able to cam up, I'll put the link up. But if you can't cam up, then I'm not doing panel because I just don't want a bunch of people with no face on. I'd rather talk to myself. So if you can be on video the whole time, then I'll put the link up. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep it like this and just keep the numbers at the low numbers that we got because yeah, I don't want to put myself in that bubble again because I'm telling you the algorithm punishes me for having faceless people all day because I've never seen anything like this before. Like the whole time I've been on YouTube, the only difference is this is the first time that every single live I do a bunch of faceless people. Before I used to just do this all day and just talk. All right, well let me hold on. I'll put the link on in a second. Let me give me a second. All right, hold on. Is the inside open still for DoorDash? Uh, excuse me. Is the inside open for DoorDash still, or do we go to drive-through? Okay, thanks. Oh, appreciate it. Thanks, Mason. Yep. All right, thanks. Appreciate it. That was clutch. I didn't even have to go in. Man, we're making money. But we're gonna stick with this. We got 15 minutes to deliver, so I'm gonna take my time. That way, I get all the Prop 22 money possible. We're not gonna rush. We're gonna take our time here. So let me go and do my thing with posting link. All right, and then I gotta like refresh real quick, guys. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right. Now we'll get it. I just got to get up there the long way, which is what I'm doing right now. If I got deactivated on DoorDash, then I would probably go and get a job. I wouldn't be able to deliver. I would just have to go get a job and do the job. My son wouldn't be able to come to California because I'm gonna be stuck at that job. Me and my son would probably just come on vacation to California. Oh crap! I gotta go on and forgot to Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay away from getting deactivated on DoorDash. I'm gonna be careful for 3 months. But no, I mean, look, guys. See, this is what I was trying to explain to you guys earlier in Cali Girl. I want to talk to her. I got to get back to me, and I haven't been me. I haven't been me to where um, I got to be back to like taking care of business, and I haven't been doing that. Yeah, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you don't mind, so we can get pushed in the algorithm. But yeah, I haven't been taking care of business, and that's all I'm trying to do now. Take care of business, okay? I'm gonna keep the wheels moving though all night. I'm gonna try to work till 2 a.m. Hopefully the orders keep coming. I mean, hopefully today could be a 15 order day, and then I'll be a couple deliveries closer to being top dasher. Then that way I can get on it every time. I'll probably do a the day that I become a top dasher. I'll probably do a live. I'll probably do a live celebration party about being a top dasher. Hold on, man.
What's going on? What's going on? My bad. Hold on.
Nothing
I'm
much.
getting in
Nothing
my
much.
car.
You're good.
You can hear me?
Yep. What's good with you, man?
Shit, chilling, bro. Feeling this hangover right now.
What are you? What you went out to go get drinks or?
Nah, curing my hangover. Shit, got lit in the hot tub last night. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, actually, I got you. That's what's up. Hold on. So I thought you stopped drinking. You said hangover.
Yeah. I mean, we had
Oh,
some breezes over. You know what I'm saying? So
you said you had who over?
some breezes.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had some dudes over. I'm like, what the heck is going on up here?
Nah. We ain't on that type of time, bro.
No, that's what's up. So, yeah, I just say, like, you know, what I'm trying to tell people, I'm trying to stay motivated to where, like, tomorrow cause right now it's busy. So I'm going to keep working, but I'm going to try tomorrow when I start early and go all day. So I'm talking about start by 7, 8 a.m. Like, I think I have better success starting late than starting early because me doing DoorDash only. Do you do DoorDash only also?
No, I do DoorDash and then I do Uber Eats.
Okay. Ski said you're getting money, and it sounds like you're getting money. So you're getting money now, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm living the life. You know what I mean? I pay my rent. You know what I mean? And that's about it, bro.
That's what's up. Um, you know, I know people. The biggest thing that people keep saying, "Oh, that's Final Boss. He's trolling." Like, I might have to just block him eventually because it's like pointless. I mean, who? I mean, if I get deactivated, then you got to go with the flow and figure it out. But I'm finally doing what I got the bike for. I got the bike to do DoorDash ultimately only. But with me and my ADHD and not sticking to nothing, I went and started doing. I did the Coachella, and then after that, I came back and kept the charger, figuring I'll do Lyft, and that was a disaster. I wish I would have just started doing DoorDash weeks ago, cause I would be in a whole different lane. Because out here you got to be a top dasher to make money. You can't be doing. I mean, you got multiple apps, so it might work for you, but for me to dash anytime and go, in any region I want, you got to be top dasher. So it's hard on DoorDash only and having to like hope that order picks up or comes in onto your phone in like a city.
Yeah, I mean, like the Top Dasher thing, like that really got me. Like, cause when I was in San Mateo, California, like it was it was bussing. Like, you know what I mean? I was making like 5 G's a week. You know what I mean? And then like I came out here and they have the new tier system, and that shit just like rocked me like a hurricane type shit. You know what I mean? It was like slowed my whole progress down because, like, you know what I mean? Like, I, I was just like not taking orders because I was like, this shit ain't profitable for me. So, like, you know what I mean? And then, so I went down to like, I think 60%. And now I'm trying to like
Yeah.
get back to like 75, 80.
Oh yeah. Was that now? Okay, good. Chat's gonna ask. As you can see, they already asked. Was that a slip? Was it 5K or was it 2K?
Nah, 5K a week.
Where was that at? Is that in California?
Yeah, that was in San Mateo.
Where's that at?
It's like,
Like, like how far from LA?
um, let's see. I'm not too like I don't know too much about California, but it's like from where I'm at, it's 2 hours or 2 hours from where I'm at in Vallejo. So
So is that not? So I mean, that includes. I'm assuming that includes a fat Prop 22 check that comes in. So you probably was doing like 100 hours a week, and you're getting like straight deliveries. So you got paid for all 100 hours, which would be a minimum of with Prop 22 2,500. So that means you're making 2,500 in tip money for the most part. And
yeah,
or yeah, so you're doing 2,000 tip money a week. So that would be an average of like $20 an order on average. So you're doing a bunch of catering orders and stuff. So I'm assuming it's really that busy there to where you can just stay, at all times you got to order. Like there's no down period.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's constant, but I mean, I was working like 12-hour days, like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like no like just go out when I wanted to, you know what I mean? And I was like top dasher, and so you know what I mean. I had like priority access to the high paying orders, and yeah, so like it was just constant, um, and it was cool. But you know what I mean. Like down here in like this small ass town, like it's kind of dead out here, and we have a lot of scammers out here. Like not scammers, but immigrants. You know what I'm saying? So they be taking like all the orders.
So why would you leave if you're making 5K a week? Why would you leave even though you got a place in even though you don't live there, why wouldn't you stay if you're making 5,000?
It's I mean like California, bro. Like it's super expensive to live like anywhere. Like you know what I mean, especially in these big cities like San Francisco. So like you know what I mean. Um, it's either like pay 3K for a like apartment in San Francisco and just like you know what I mean, or move move in the sticks and kind of like you know what I mean, figure it out.
I got you on that, but I mean, still, you got to remember, if you're able to make, if you're able to make, 5K a week, yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna look and see how far that is because I might have to go and just get a car and just sleep in a car and go do that for like a couple weeks. I mean, if you're making that kind of money, I mean, I didn't know that was even around, like, cause but of course, I'm probably gotta be a top dasher to stay on at all times. I want to go there and then like I can't even deliver because I'm not top dasher. So I get it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
mean,
respect I respect that. That's a good money. I should have I should have considered that. I'm not gonna even think about going because I know because I'm not top dasher and ain't gonna be busy for me like that. But yeah, that's good money.
yeah, but I mean like with that money, like you know what I mean. There's not like any downtime. Like you definitely have to like be working, like you know what I mean, all the time. Like I think I was waking up at like 8 a.m. and going till like 9 or 10. So
Uh, that's the thing. I mean, that's the reason why I'm looking forward to um that's why I'm looking forward to being a getting top dasher because I don't get the I don't have the ability to even do that because it's so slow. I wouldn't say that's very slow. It's just without being top dasher, you got to dash whenever it's red. And like right now, I'm looking at the map, and I'm about to head back to the house because I can't get on. Like downtown, as soon as I can go, it's 11 o'clock, and it's from 11 to 12. So there's no point in just sitting around hoping that it turns red. So I'm probably gonna do is just head back and I'm gonna head back and just hope that it turns red somewhere on the way back and I can go dash. But yeah, it was hitting for a second. It was consistent. It's just staying on, and you don't really want to schedule in advance because you sit around and it's slow, and you end up leaving to go to a different place anyway. That's just the thing flaw about not having a car. You're saving a lot in gas and time, but it kills you with not having a place to like chill out and hang out and do. You could do some other work. Now, when it gets hot outside, which it'll be hot in like a couple weeks, like all day, even at night, that's different. Now I can like pull over and just I'll have my iPad with me and I can just sit on the curb and like do a video, edit video, or whatever. So it'd be different. But now let's go into and once again I respect that hustle. That's what I'm about to start doing tomorrow. And I'm gonna hold myself accountable by streaming myself in the morning. That way I'm held accountable. People know I'm grinding. But I was gonna say for a topic I had earlier that got derailed a little bit because like I tell people, as a guy that like life ain't perfect for us. We're trying to make it happen by any means possible. If you lose your motivation, when you have people always trying to tell you about your life, what you need to do. Like just every time, like it ain't. You can't just come on your YouTube channel and just talk about anything without people making it about you, and you don't even ask for that advice. So I got derailed because I was talking about a fact of women wanting a man for resources. Now, would you say that you understand what I mean by that in regards to like a woman, when you go on a date, she's gonna ask you what you do for a living. Like she's not necessarily a gold digger. She's just a woman that will be concerned to make sure she's not with a brokey. Because I mean, even in my situation, a woman would not want to be with me unless she's a saint like Kylie girl, because I don't have any structure, stability, financially, et cetera, et cetera. Would you say that's important, or do you think that all women have that struggle chick mentality to where they'll date a guy that's completely broken? They're both are crap out of luck. What do you think in regards to that?
My bad, dude. My stream went down or something. I don't know what happened.
All I'm asking is, do you think a woman looks at financial before love and all of that stuff when it comes to a guy in 2024? Just like it used to be 15 years ago, to where a woman would ask you on the first date, "What do you do for a living?" Because they make sure you're qualified. And the only women that dated bums were fat chicks that were like, um, like pretty much poverty mindset, to where they didn't mind being broke to have a man who might make them happy but can't afford to pay any bills.
I mean, I think you need to, like, as a man, like your priority has to be set to like making the most money possible. You know what I mean? And then in a traditional like society, like a woman would be like, at home cooking, cleaning, taking care of the children. Like, so yeah, I think like nowadays, like women do care, especially in this like social media age. Like women, they definitely give a fuck about how much you make.
That's what I thought, because pretty much had a guy, and all respect to the guy because he's from the old school. He doesn't understand that back in the day, everybody made money. Like you can wake up and you can go get a freaking job that would be equivalent to like a 30 or equivalent to like a 60, $70,000 a year job in America now. But that ain't a reality now in 2024. Like it's hard to get a job. So it's like more than ever, women should be looking at the worth of a man now instead of like, is he a great, fun, good-hearted man? And that's what he kind of got mad because, and then Christina, a few other women got mad too because they hate that like women. A lot of women like look at marriage for financial reasons. Like a lot of women look like you got all these women that would date a man and he could be ugly, about like all this stuff, but as long as he got the money and resources to take care of her, she doesn't care. And women get offended when you say that, but it's the truth because when somebody gets divorced, they don't look at the woman to pay anything. It's the man paying everything. For the most part. And like the women that choose a guy that don't got money to give if he gets divorced, I just think that's a poverty minded woman that she doesn't know any better.
Yeah, but I mean, in a divorce, bro, like she's gonna take at least half your assets if you have any assets. So you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep. And a lot of people don't have assets. That's what I one thing I said too. Why in the hell if you're in your 30s as a woman, unless you're like I said, you're not qualified to have a good guy, why the hell would you settle for a guy unless you're making good money already? Well, here's the thing. If Cali Girl didn't have a job, a big boy job, making more than majority of men in this country, she wouldn't like she would maybe entertain us being together, but she would never have been with me because there was gonna be no chance for us to have anything outside of like make believe house to where we'll be talking on the phone and all that, but we wouldn't be able to I wouldn't be able to live out here, Winton. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like she's the exception to the rule. But most women, they're not gonna be with a guy that's not together enough that she'll be left with resources if he was to die randomly. Like if he was, like he marries her and they get a divorce, she doesn't get nothing. Like most women don't give that man a chance unless she's like once again undesirable. Like men don't want her because of her attitude or the looks, just something bad about her.
Yeah.
But you tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I mean, you definitely have to like in 2024, like if you're a man and don't have any like assets or nothing to bring to the table, like you know what I mean? I think a lot of women are just like moving on, you know what I mean? They'll even take like a dude just like, getting by rather than like, like you have to have something, you know what I mean? Um but I mean it's flawed though too, like you know what I mean? Like a lot of these women think that like they are supposed to like or deserve like a man that's like making like so much money and shit like that when really like they're not even making that type of money themselves. So um it's kind of fucked up out here, you know what I mean?
I completely agree. You gotta remember this too, that women don't understand. Like I see H Way, I saw that comment real quick. Congratulations to your stepdad. But here's the situation. A lot of janitor jobs and jobs like that, they're not paying benefits. So you might get the job, but you're not going to get benefits and all that. You're going to get your hourly pay, and that's that. And that's people not realizing that we are not going to have Social Security when it's time for us to get it, and retirement is not enough with a minimum wage job that most people are going to get to to settle. Because 20 years from now, is that going to be enough to live off of with the way people are voting for Democrats that keep every time Democrats in office, everything goes up. It never fails unless the Republican causes a war. And that's the thing people don't get. Like what was 20 years ago good money, like retirement. A lot of people only get like 2,000, 2,500 retirement. That's not enough to survive in California unless you own your home. Now, if you're smart enough to buy a house when you can get a cheap house that for like $250,000, which is considered cheap in California, that same house now is worth like 700,000 if you bought that house, 20 years ago. So yeah, I mean it's a lot, but I mean you're not dating, right? You said you're not dating until you're completely together, right?
I mean, I was seeing some chick but you know what I mean? I'm not really entertaining it, you know what I mean? So it's kind of more there for like you know, the social aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying
Yeah,
to put like 100% into like no type of relationship. You know what I mean?
yeah. I get that. I mean, and like you can't. You're not. And that's the thing with I trying to tell people, Kylie Girl's a good woman. The problem is like I don't have it in me to put a bunch of different things on the table. I'm like a one dimensional person where I gotta do one thing hard. I can't do a bunch of things hard. So right now, like
Pause.
like she knows this. Go ahead.
I said pause.
Yep. Oh, I didn't. I forgot what I said. Diddy, but but no, I'm a dimensional person where I like literally go. I can't even say that now. So pretty much, I'll work hard with the whole like Uber, DoorDash, and all of that, and build up that money. And then when I go to Wilmington, stack, doing the betting, promote it on my what you call it on my Rumble channel, and then tell people on YouTube I'm doing it on Rumble. Get referrals. I can build that up, and then if she decides, hey, I think I want to come to Wilmington and make it work, then she's gonna come to Wilmington, and I'll be already set up with the place. Everything will be set up to where she doesn't have to worry about nothing. But she, of course, is gonna always want to work and have a career, which is okay and great. But she doesn't have to at that point. If she doesn't want to, she can work from home. But that's pretty much what I'm looking to set up. But people look at it as like, if I don't stay with Cali Girl for financial reasons and just stay in California, my life is going to be a failure. But I've always been able to take care of myself. So I think that's what you see a lot with that whole conversation. People still don't understand that I've always been the resources guy. Always offered resources. Always had them. It was just different, back in the day, of course, compared to now, in regards to how hard it is to have those resources.
I mean, do you think you're gonna be making less though in Wilmington? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is the cost like what's the cost of living compared to um like LA right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So okay, so put it like this: if I don't have Cali Girl, and I'm gonna live in a crappy place with no roaches. There's really none that are under $1,500 a month. They got to factor in if you don't pay for parking, then you got to pay for parking. I mean, if you don't have a place for parking, which is another $300 added to the rent a month, then you have to find parking. You got to worry about your car getting broken into. There's a lot to it. Like rent, just say rent 1,500, and then your car insurance is gonna be like 300 for full coverage, and then with the cost of food, utilities, etc., I can live a pretty crappy life here um, for like 2,500 to like 3,000 a month after you factor in gas. But with Wilmington, I can have an amazing place that's safe. I don't got to worry about parking, my safety for like $1,200. My gas, my bills, etc., are all going to be decreased to where I'm going to be at like 2,000 total, and that's a great, amazing life that I can live off of $2,000 until my son graduates high school, and then I can say all the money I saved, relocate. If he doesn't go to college and want me to come with him, I can relocate to a for the most part better place like Nevada or somewhere. Or if me and Kylie Girl are together, I can go to I come back to California, but it will be with Cali Girl and us being married and buying a house. But I would never move back here without owning a house. There's no point. Like for you to live comfortable, it's gonna be about 2,000 a month to live. When I can get the same exact thing in Wilmington for 1,200 a month, but I'm gonna have more. I'm gonna more so have my peace. Here you don't
Have
have
you
peace.
have you looked
Go ahead.
into the California like not rental assistance but like first time home buyer? Because they have like mad deals on like people who are like first generation trying to buy homes out here. They'll give you like, I think you have to have like a certain amount down, but like they'll front you the rest of the money, and then you basically uh get the house that you want.
So it works a little. Yeah, I looked at that, but it works. First off, you gotta have, you gotta be here for a certain period of time. I think I would qualify based on that because I'm considered a resident. Okay, but you gotta have still good credit. You gotta still have a deposit. They help you though with your deposit, and they help you get guaranteed approved with the bank of their choice that they, I think it's like a couple banks they use. But the issue with that is you're still going to pay the regular cost for the house. You don't get the house discounted. You still got to pay. All they're doing is if you find a house, they help. They're guaranteeing you to get approved. Because a lot of people, that's the thing with the whole being black in America still and being Hispanic. When you're a minority group from a minority group and you were poor at one point, but you like have like structure in your life, you have a income for like a few years, stable situation, sometimes they're still not approve you, and then you got to get the runaround. And then when they do your credit pool and they see a bunch of inquiries of you trying to get a place, they're going to deny you. That's what they're trying to help. They're trying to guarantee approval to where if that person or that bank approves the loan, the government is guaranteeing that they'll um, pay for it if you default. And yeah, remember, all these banks are winning no matter what. Because for the most part, as long as you don't completely destroy the house, which most people don't do that, even if they're behind on their rent, the bank is making out because they get paid and then they take the house back from the people and they just, put it back on the market after 6 months of rehabbing it. So these banks try to act like, and it's really a scam. They try to act like they're about to lose, but they're really not, which is why they gave everybody houses in 2007 who didn't qualify to, for the 2000s. Anybody can get a house. So, but yeah, no, that would be a thing. But you got to remember, driving. If I go to Wilmington, I can get a good house for $200,000 with land and everything. Um, I can go to Youngstown, or not Youngstown. I can go to Ohio and get a mini mansion for freaking $250,000. A bunch of land and be safe. Why not do that and instead pay $500,000 just to live in California? I'm not an actor. I'm not none of these things. I'm going to pay $500,000 for a house that's going to be a quarter of the size, and you got to worry about a guy out of nowhere just shooting up a block. That happens. There's a guy the other day. I was on a bike, waiting at Pizza Hut, and a guy literally was running from the cop. It was a Hispanic cop chasing him, woman, and he was butt naked, dingling, hanging out. He had a jacket and a shirt on. I don't know how his pants got taken off, but he
Oh
was running
no.
around naked. Like, I'm pretty sure you've seen downtown. At any moment, somebody, if you live downtown, somebody could set up a tent in front of your place. It's like The Walking Dead. Like they keep coming closer and closer to the city, and then like in the city, you have people that put tents out, and if you go to remove the tent, then you can get arrested. Unless it's like within like an hour or two, if you remove the tent, you're good. But otherwise, I mean, you're crap out of luck. So I mean, it's a lot involved. And H-Way, I'm assuming some people are saying that his payment is low. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I remember if you get a $500,000 house, wouldn't that be like 400 to 500, or wouldn't a $500,000 house be like $4,000 to $5,000 a month?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the house and like what the property is, but like realistically, you're not buying a house in California for less than $1 million.
You can get cheaper. You can. I will say that. I'm not gonna say that, but it's gonna be crappy. Like you're gonna have bars in your window for like a $500,000. And why would you even do that? Like, why would you do that? And then it smells like doo doo and piss everywhere. People be peeing. And I don't want to live in. If I'm gonna be in California, I don't want to live in the middle of nowhere. And then you figure your taxes are expensive. Like there's so much bad in California that it's not even worth. It's not even worth it. And then like the liberal politics with freaking these Democrats and lefties, you don't have a freedom of speech no more. Like everybody's sensitive. It's like it's like California used to be great and when Republicans ran it, but then as soon as Democrats got their hand on it, it went straight to crap. Now it's like literally The Walking Dead.
No, I definitely agree. It's super crazy out here. Like I've never seen the homeless problem like be so like just everywhere in your face.
Yep. And like it's crazy because like right now, you know, it's like who 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 put their so who want to put their self um who want to put themselves because it's outside the car on an accident and I didn't know it was on my shoe and I'm like, oh my god, did you fart? And she's like, no, I didn't fart. And then we look down, I got poop, I got human poop all over her freaking floor. I remember her dad because she was in a rush, so he was the one that cleaned it up, and I think he just forgave me for that. But yeah, that was some nasty work, and you know, human poop is unlike anything. If it gets on your shoe, you might as well throw your shoe away. Like it's hard to get out.
I mean, yeah, don't go to San Francisco. I mean, that's everywhere in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I heard San Francisco is even worse.
Oh yeah, it's probably the top 10 of like the worst places I've been. Like, you know what I mean? It's just it's bad.
Yeah, and I think people, I mean, there's the thing. If it wasn't like um, California, I'm only here because of her. If it wasn't for her, I would not be here. I would be, yeah, I remember she, like, keep being candid. She helped me get through that mental period. I was about to literally, I wanted to like end it. It was bad. But I'm not that big of a coward. I couldn't do it, but I wanted to end it. It was that bad for me. So the situation is, she had my back. She looked out, and I came here. But you know, if I would have stayed, it would have worked because I was able to work 12 hours a day. I had no restriction. I picked up my son, but it worked out for me. And then the cost of rent, it was just it got overboard. And then I felt like, yeah, I remember I was paying the full rent. The deal was I paid full rent. She was paying the utilities, my kid grandmother. And I couldn't have people over like that. Like I felt like a kid. I had to like ask. It got to the point I had to ask permission. And then I remember like it got to the point she didn't feel comfortable. She's like, I don't feel comfortable you bringing the women over because we don't know what they're about. And I get it because once again, that's why I don't like living in houses. I rather live in like a condo or like a apartment, that's secured at least for now until I find, until um I found, of course, Caligo after the fact. But at that point, I wanted to move because I'm like in this place for like 8 months. I've only been with one woman because I couldn't really bring women over. And that's the reason why, and I tell people that was one of my biggest issues. As men driving, we got to be able to get it in once in a
Facts.
while, and that's what made me go crazy. You know, you ever been in a situation like that to where you're paying all this rent and you can't even bring anybody over, like you're a
Oh
little
yeah.
kid?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not I mean, that's I don't
Were you in a
wish that on
relationship or were you
my
with your
worst
parents?
enemy.
Where were you at when that happened? You were with your parents or were you at home? I mean, were you at the? Why did that happen to you?
Nah, I mean, when I was in Albuquerque, that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
and I got you.
it's
I mean, that's.
frustrating to like be in a situation and like not feel like you can bring like people over and like like it's just like demoralizing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just turn your cam off.
Yep.
All right. I mean, I would.
No, it don't. I don't. You don't got. I mean, your camera, you're good. It's all good. But no, it is
No,
demoralizing
they're
because like,
complaining because it's a black screen. So
oh no, it's all good. But no, as long. I mean, it does. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You've been on here enough with the camera on. But no, it is demoralizing. And like I said, she was looking out because of the fact, at the time when I came here, she, I was looking for a place and I was gonna get an apartment. I had enough money for, a part anywhere. Like I wanted to get a place for $1,200 a month, but she happened to have the house that she was gonna move from, and she decided to, um, decided to stay after. So I was like just in a situation that I was happy at, she stayed 'cause I had a babysitter and et cetera. But there's the fact of not being able to like not feeling like a man. Then like my couch got destroyed from her dogs that were just chewing it up, and she really wanted to get rid of the couch because we got different styles to where she wanted like more of like wicker basket type of furniture. I wanted more of like like modern furniture. So like I was embarrassed to bring a chick over. And I remember the chick that I brought over was straight treated me like a booty call. I get it. And then she wanted to take it to the next level and like hang out and go to the beach. But by that point, I'm like, nah, we're just booty calls because I wasn't really attracted to her. It was just easy access. She had her own place. I was able to go do the deed at her place, even though the first time she came to my place. And it was kind of gross 'cause I was clapping her, and the grandmother actually saw, the grandmother actually heard me making noise. So it's kind of awkward because, she heard it. So, um,
You mean her making noise, not you making noise?
no, I was making noise.
Okay, to each his own.
Like, I mean, I was like, "Oh, I'm joking, I'm joking." No, her making noise.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
I'm
bro.
I'm talking, yeah, I'm talking about it was talking about some super clap cheeking or super cheek clapping in there. Okay, I'm talking about I was freaking like you got to remember, Callie knows the story. This chick had freaking this chick had some heavies like no other. I'm talking about like I had never seen the heavies like this before. Okay, she had
Oh, I think we lost you, bro. Or mine.
you good. No, it's me. Cause I had to I was trying to use the other phone to do but yeah, no, she had the heavies. So she had the heavies, she had like no butt because she was like she was like the black chick who was built like a white chick, except for the heavies. And the thing about it was so weird because I was at the gas station. I don't know if you ever told the story, but I was at the gas station pumping gas. And this was like 6 months in actually almost a year in Wilmington. No chicks. Only chicks I got were like passengers that would hit me up, and I would never hit them back. I'm like, I'm gonna keep it professional. So, I go and this chick I'm at the gas station, she pulls up to me like, "Hey, I know this is kind of awkward. I never do this, but I want to know if I can have your number and hit you up." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, definitely." So I'm just seeing her from the outside, thinking, "Okay, okay, look what we got here." So then the chick hits me up like right away, like within like an hour. She's thirsty. She hits me up, and then I'm like, "Okay, what's up?" And then I get straight to the point, like, "We're old, we're too old to be playing games. We both know what we want. We both wanna get it in." So I say, "We can get to it, whatever, like, no big deal." And then she kinda changed subjects to not feel like, whatever. But then I'm like, "You wanna come over, next week?" She's like, "What about tonight? What you doing tonight?" And I'm like, um I'm nothing. I'm about to work, but I can meet you at my house because I didn't want to ask her to come to her house because I felt like I had to be a man. I told her the situation in advance, like, yeah, my kid grandmother, blah blah blah. I had this, I even told the grandmother I'm having somebody come. So I had wine because I asked her if she wanted some drink. She told me to go get wine, and I'm asking the people in the store like, what kind of wine would a woman want? And it was kind of awkward to where I called her. I actually texted her like, what kind of wine you want? And she said some $15 wine, which I was like, cool, good deal. But she comes, and it was weird, man, 'cause she was like that sister to where she came over, and I remember she, like, hugged me, and then she, like, kissed me in the cheek. Then we go and we're watching a movie for a minute, for, like, an hour watching a movie, awkwardly, like, knowing what we wanna make happen here. We're, like, just small talk. Then it kept getting quiet. Like, it kept getting quiet. It was, like, quiet noise, and then, like, I'm, like, awkward, like, should I just go to kiss her neck? So then out of nowhere, I'm like, "F it." An hour in, we're watching this stupid Western movie with, like, I think Jamie Foxx or somebody on Netflix. It was the stupidest movie I've ever seen in my life. So I'm like, I reach over and I put my arm around her, and then at that point, I saw she kinda got close, and she started getting like that feel of, like, how black women be back in the day. I remember this because, I haven't been with a normal, regular black woman in so long. So I gave her the arm around, and she comes closer. So I'm like, "F it," and I started kissing her on the neck, and then she started going crazy. She started going stupid to where she started, she, like, just jumped, like, she just started, like making weird noises, like and I'm like, oh god, this is some freaking nasty work. So then, she starts like rubbing on me, and then like she just like completely jumps on top of me, and like I'm like, oh shoot, and she starts like kissing me and doing all like the, usually like intimate, and like it was weird because like I haven't had this in forever, and I'm like, oh god, this is like weird. I don't really want to. I'm like I don't know what to do right now because I don't like kissing really. First off, I don't like kissing because I think kissing is kind of gross because what people put in their mouth. But I do it just to make a woman happy. But she gets on top of me and she starts start kissing and stuff, and then I turned into bad boy DJ. Okay, like I pretty much threw her on the bed. Okay, and then I like dropped the pants. Okay, first I dropped the pants and I realized she ain't have no booty. Okay, like no, I'm talking about like she was built like straight back. You would think she would have a booty because she was thick, but no booty. But she wasn't fat. She was like probably like she was like she wasn't fat. Put it like that. She was like built like square a little bit. No fat on her. Okay, but then I pulled the shirt off and those heavies, she had like a grandma bra on. I'm talking about the grandma bra was fucking like if this thing was crazy. I'm talking about like the heavies were huge. The heavies went all the way down near to her belly button. Okay, straight belly
Oh
button.
no.
So I'm like, what am I gonna do with these things? These things are too big. So I'm like, I gotta do what I gotta do now because of the fact, like I can't just let them hang out. So I go and I start doing my thing with them, and I really turned her on. And I couldn't like they were so big, I had to use 2 hands. I couldn't like just use 1 hand and like, like this. I had to like literally like that. Like they're that big. And she wasn't fat. She had a flat stomach and everything. But then, like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. She had the smell. She had that hint of smell. And I didn't know whether or not to stop like what I was doing or keep going. I'm thinking it might have just been a fart. But I said
Oh
F it
no.
because it's been like 8, 9 months. I had a condom on, so no big deal. I put that work in, and I remember when I started hitting from the back, she was literally like the smell went away, no smell. So I'm hitting from the back, and she was like making all kinds of noises, like oh my god, oh, and I'm like oh my god, am I hitting the white chick? And then like I'm clapping those cheeks. I'm talking about straight clap. I'm talking about it wasn't like the no, it's like straight, like stroke. Like I'm talking about all meat coming out, but like a little tiny bit of it and going back in to where it was clapping because it's that big
Bruh.
of a stretch in between. And then I did that, and I remember at first, like she at first I was on top. She was lazy. I get on top at first, lazy. She was just lazy. So for 20 minutes, whatever, and I tried my best. I had to think about like a cousin or somebody, like a lot of different nasty thoughts to get completely turned off to not, embarrass myself. But then after that, I started hitting from the back. I started clapping, and that lasted for like 3 minutes, and I was done. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry. I mean, we could probably do it again if you want to wait a minute." But then, like, it was awkward. Like an hour later, she was waiting. I'm like, realistically, I can't do it again. I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed. I didn't care. So then she ended up like saying, "Well, I got to wake up for work tomorrow, so I'll just leave." And I felt like a slut because she didn't even stay the night or nothing. She literally just like left. And then like the next day, she hit me up and she wanted to do it again. And I remember this time it was her house because I told her about the situation with her being loud. So I go to her house and her house is comfortable, but this chick, I walked in and this one to be fast. I walked in, this chick had the candles lit. She had the wine glasses already poured in her bedroom. She had some Keith Sweat playing. And I go up in there and I'm like, what the heck is this going on? And freaking that happened. And then at that point, like that week, it happened like almost every other day. And it got to the point I was official booty call. But then it took away from my work because the busiest time in Wilmington is at night. So I had to tell her like, yo, like you're killing me with my pockets. I gotta like get it in and I gotta leave. Then I'm like, I can't do it all the time because I'd be too tired after. So I can't work. So I ended up breaking it off from her like 2 months later. And after that, she hits me up like, hey, big head. And then that's when I hit her with the, political talk about like the black talk because I was like being a self-hating black man. And I remember she was so angry, but she said right before I left, she said, "Well, I say we go get it in, like we go get it in, and then you can leave one good time." And then we got it in, and then after that, She she never hit me up again until like a few months later hit me with the hey big head again, but I didn't really respond because at that point I was like doing YouTube and I had other stuff in my life going on.
So that was your last chick or what? That was before Cali Girl or what?
Yeah, that was for Cali girl. I only had one girl the whole time I was in Wilmington. One girl I messed with because all the other women were hard. Like all the other women had missing teeth, like gingivitis. They're just disgusting there. Like these are like, and remember, I wasn't confident, comfortable enough to talk to a woman on Cali Girls level there. Like there were good women, not black. They were like more white and like Hispanic and all that. But the black women, that's why I hate what the white man did to Wilmington because all the women there who are black live in a project, Section 8, or like just in the hood, and it's violent, and the women got tattoos, and it's a crap show. They ain't used to be like that. Now of course they're not like that until like they get it like 25, 26. But like you can save one of them when they're like 20, 19 before they you can save one. But who's trying to date a chick that young? And that was the situation. I was just stuck, to where the black women who were like qualified, they were living in like the city or like the nice places to where they ain't rocking with you unless you're like a white guy or you're like a successful black man that's like career doing big things. And there's not too many black men doing that. It was just a nasty situation. It's crazy. I'm gonna tell Cali girl this. There's so many celebrity chicks. I'm like just out here waiting for the orders on my bike. Like there's so many celebrity chicks out that live in my building. I didn't even know. Like there's like these two chicks that just walked out with fake booties. I know they're celebrities because they had a security guy in front of them walking out. Like I don't know if they're just renting the place for like a day or like for the weekend, but literally, like this is crazy. Like
I
what
mean,
they
they
got
might
out
be
here, like
OnlyFans stars.
might be, but yeah, these chicks they just got into a private SUV, and yeah, like I knew you got two guys that are like athletes, professional athletes that live here where I'm at. But yeah, I never saw like celebrity chicks all like that. I saw one chick. I forgot what her name was, but she's famous. But like, yeah, it's a lot of people that live. But no, that's the thing though, man. I didn't get no chicks because the only chicks that were normal were like under 25 because all the other chicks had plaque gingivitis. They were like ghetto. They had a baby daddy that whoops their ass, and I didn't want no parts of that. It was always an issue. So I just said,
Damn,
F it, and just
were you like sending them to the dentist beforehand? How'd you know they had gingivitis?
because two different times I met chicks on Tinder that I went on a date with, and they only took pictures not smiling. I wasn't hip to it until the second time. They were literally the one chick I was like talking to for like almost a year. Like and she was like playing games with us, linking up and hanging out always. But then when I started blowing her off, acting like a douchebag, she finally started trying to hang out with me. And I remember she kept blowing me off. And I remember we finally went to like Applebee's or somewhere, and she smiled, and her grill was all messed up. I felt so sorry for her. 'Cause I'm like, I can't mess with you like this. Like I'm talking about, you got like one tooth that's like green, and you got like a black tooth, and then you got like one tooth missing. It's disgusting. I know my teeth ain't great, but they're not like discolored and all that nasty stuff. Like you should like when your teeth tooth start to turn, you should definitely go to the dentist right away. Get it pulled. But these women don't do that. So then, like, that was the first time, and then the second one was just a straight chick who did not smile at no pictures. I didn't know, I didn't see this coming, but I picked her up. I remember she came walking out to the car, from her project, like Section 8 place. I didn't know it was Section 8 place when she gave me the address. I picked her up. She walked into the car, and then she started smiling, and like she had a tooth missing, and like her teeth were colored, different colors. I'm like, oh hell no. So like she gets in the car and like her grill was all messed up. And then she had like that, I'm pretty sure that meth look, a crackhead meth look to where the mouth is like kind of like droopy to where you could tell the mouth went through like war to where like um she was literally super like nasty to I was watching her chew and like her mouth was getting wrinkled as she chewed food. And like I'm thinking to myself, this is disgusting. I couldn't imagine my mouth being nowhere near her or her being
I
nowhere
mean,
mouth being
I don't
nowhere
know where
near
you're
me.
picking these girls
So I
up
had to
from,
like
bro.
that's just sadly, man, like Wilmington. It's sad because Wilmington used to be one of the best black cities in the country. Wilmington, Raleigh, all these places in North Carolina. black people were winning, and then when the white people came and they took the housing, they literally just came in, took oceanfront housing from these people, like took their land and like put them in like the depths of like a hood to live. At that point, it never recovered. It never recovered. And that's why I tell people, when they get mad saying I'm bashing white people, I'm not bashing white people. All I'm doing is speaking the truth that, not all white people, but the white people that benefited from taking land from black people and putting them in bad positions, I hate those white people. Actually, I don't hate them, I just don't like them. But that's not all white people. But yeah, that was a real thing. So now if you go to Wilmington, majority of women don't know any better. That's all they know. They don't know that, like, I don't know that I'm supposed to go to dentist every year. Like prior to coming to California, I haven't gone to the dentist since like 2000 maybe 15. I think last time I went to the dentist, I was in Las Vegas. So it was like 8 years since I've been to the dentist. And Cali girl's like, "Oh my God, you haven't been to the dentist? Like you're supposed to go every year." And that's the reason why I started going to the dentist. I found out I had a cavity that I had to get teeth pulled because the cavity outgrew it. And I was wondering why like I had that big gap, but it was because of the cavity. So these chicks don't know any better. They don't know that you're supposed to, go get that cavity fixed. You're supposed to go and get, you know, treatment, etc. So I don't blame them, you know,
I mean, did you ever think about
and that's the
trying to
thing. I
find
felt bad
women
for her,
like
but I couldn't
out?
take her out.
Say what?
Oh, you said it again?
No, I said, did you ever think about trying to find women outside of Wilmington? Like, you know what I mean? Like in a bigger suburb rather than these like the ratchet chicks.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, so let me say this. This chick, I don't know if like they know me from YouTube or something. I promise you, and I'm trying to be clout king. I just had this chick get out the car, run over to me, like literally run over, take a video of me low key. Like she's acting like she was taking a video of downtown. Like she got out, came to the sign all the way like across my driveway, started videoing me, and then she walks like she's about to go to an ice cream place, and she takes like acts like she's taking a video, but then she turns back around, videos me again, and then runs to the car. That's creepy. Like I'm happy I got the keys in this. So I'm gonna have to pull off. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what that's about, but no. So like here's the thing. Prior to Cali Girl, I had game. And the reason why I say I had game is because I don't use game. I don't use pickup lines and all that. What I do is this. I would like see a woman just out and I would say something like, "Hey, I'm not from here. You know where a mall is at?" And then and if she's like detailed in where the mall is at, and then like trying to tell me, like ask me what I'm looking to get, whatever, then I'll like use that as a starting point to have a conversation with her to get her to uh-oh, well, let's see, some crazy guy is walking over to me.
You got to flip the
Uh-oh.
camera. We we want to see this.
Now he's good. You're not supposed to look at the and that's what I can't flip the camera because of the fact it's not oh it's good. You can't be you better safe than sorry. No, but here's the thing. You have you have fuck, I forgot what I was just saying. Um oh, I used to talk to yeah, I could talk to I could give guys the game. Um I can give guys the game to where I used to the way to get women to where um the lure you had looked pretty good to me. So I can walk up to women and game them up. That's not an issue. The issue is in Wilmington, like you gotta remember 2024 is the times changed. A lot of women don't want to be approached. Like some women do, but most women don't. So for example, like Cali girl knows this. If I'm in like a grocery store and I just say, "Hey, how you doing?" Like not trying to hit on them, I'm just being nice. I'm with Cali girls half the time. I'll do that. Women don't feel comfortable with men doing that because there's so many creepy men that will like take you saying, "I'm okay, how you doing?" to try to hit on them. And I get that on my Uber and Lyft rides. Like women will literally get in my car and I always say, "Hey, how you doing?" because I want to make sure I'm here. And they always feel scared to like, say something back that would start a conversation. I'm like, listen, I just want you, because I had a couple of women say this to me. Like, I just want you to understand, I'm just being nice. I want to make you to make sure you feel comfortable, but we don't have to talk. Whatever. I'm good. I have a chick, and that would take me that would take me like to where a woman feel comfortable and it's all good. But yeah, a lot of women just don't like to be approached anymore. Those days are over. They prefer social media unless they're at like a bar, or nightclub, or something. Otherwise, yeah, they don't want it. They'll be like looking like, unless you're a hot guy, of course. Like if you're a hot guy or you're a guy with money, it's different. Always been different. That's just reality. But if you're a normal guy, which is what I was in Wilmington, I'm an Uber driver. Women ain't
Yeah.
trying to get approached from you, and I understand that. I got nothing to offer other than some dingaling. That makes sense. Like, do you approach women now? I'm talking about quality women. I'm not talking about like bottom feeders. I'm talking about women that like would label themselves as like a 6
No,
and
I
higher,
mean,
7 and higher. They're.
I mean, I try to get women
Go ahead.
that are a part of my social circle. So like, you know what I mean? So it's not so awkward. Uh, because I do think the dating game is like it's really fucked up now. But you know what I mean? I try to have friends introduce me to, you know what I mean, their girlfriends type shit, you know what I mean? And that way, like, you know what I mean, try to curb some of the weirdness of dating, you know what I mean? But
No, I get you on that. I mean, I'll tell you, like, Kylie girl knows this. Like, I used to, because remember, I got rejected by so many women that it was like, I got rejected by so many women that I turned it into a game to where, like, I was able to walk around, I can get any chick I wanted. Like, there's times, even like SCH where it said that Uber driver took somebody's chick. I've done that multiple times on accident to where the chick wanted to give me her number to continue the conversation because she would literally sit there and like we'll be talking about like life. And this is the thing. I'm a dream. I'm a guy that got many stories, and it ain't that fact that the woman wanted to get with me. She just wants to hear more stories, and that's what made my channel great. I was telling stories, and these stories I stopped telling because of the fact, respect for the relationship and all that. But these are stories that men be wanting to hear, and I stopped telling them. But yeah, I have so many stories that literally I'll get people in the car, chicks in the car, and I'll be telling them about all this f ups and all the bad stuff, the good and all of that, and they'll literally be like, "Oh my god, I want to hear more. Can I have your number, or whatever, and tell me more?" Because I'm like a vibe when it comes to it, but I say no, I can't because I got to check now, Cali, and all that. I can actually network with people, and it don't got to be about trying to hit on them. It's about them coming on my channel and like furthering the conversation. But see, I'm a friend. I'm a friend first, so that's the reason why a lot of people, women feel comfortable. I'm a friend first. I don't look to like try to smash them because it's more of like friendship, get to know each other, and then if it happens, it happens. But most of the time, I just be friends with them because there's millions of women out here, and a lot of women are better friends than somebody to hook up with, And men don't be thinking about that. Like they try to, a lot of men try to hit anything that walks, which I don't,
facts.
I don't blame them. I think this. Oh yeah, that's it. That dude's definitely gay. There's a lot of gay dudes that live in my building. But yeah, um, but no, that's the thing. So like I said before, it's just different levels to it, and you know, I'm looking forward to the next chapter. And Cali Girl more likely is going to be a factor. It's just I got to get this. I got to do 3 months of straight grind and consistency for it to be anything with that. Because of the fact, um, if I don't do that, then I'm not going to be happy enough to want to do anything in regards to relationship. Because I haven't truly had like a month of being here and like be comfortable. Because even when I had 25,000, I was living it up, but like I was so far deep with like bills and I didn't have a place at the time. I had so much that I had to pay and pay back that, I didn't really get to enjoy it. I had moments, but I didn't get to enjoy it. So, that's what this channel is gonna be about though. I'm gonna tell a lot of stories, give men the advice on getting women, A lot of men don't have game, and it ain't about the game. It's about the how to talk to women. Like don't go up to my hey mom. You know, it's just it's levels to it, and I'm gonna show that, and I think that's gonna make the channel fun again.
I mean, have you thought of like doing like a course on, like if you're really good at it, maybe like sell a course to where like you make some money off of it, or you know, throw out like dating advice and then throw out like 25% off my like how to pick up chicks.
Uh, yeah. So here's the thing. I'm not gonna say I thought of a course. What I thought about was so I have YouTube videos on sports betting. What I thought about doing now is doing a series of videos that I post on my member only, but I do it at a tier that's like $20 a month, and I'm gonna have like um sports betting from A to Z, like 10 videos, going to be at least 5 hours of content with that. Then, in regards to women, that might be something that you just gave me some game on to do. I didn't think about that. I might do that. And men are actually going to be laughing until they realize that this is solid proof game on how to get the woman of your dreams. You could be a brokey and get the woman of your dreams who will boost you to being a baller. You gotta understand. I'm gonna be candid and real, and only because you brought it out of me. Okay, what Cali Girl did, she's a saint. She's amazing. But she tamed a beast. And what I mean by a beast is I was at my feeding session when me and her started, to where I've grinded in Wilmington for a whole year and almost a half, trying to make it happen. And it got to its breaking point to where I was literally on my last leg. And literally the month that I was at my worst, YouTube happened. And I started making more money with gig apps because I was doing live streaming while doing gig apps. So I was making combined like 10K a month, and I stopped that because of between the coach situation I got into with the coach, racist coach. First moment that I saw racism and I blamed it on racism, but then I walked it back and started saying that was just me thinking, but it was really racism. But that and the relationship killed the momentum because the women that were biggest sponsors and donors went away because I lost the sex appeal. And believe it or not, guys, I had sex appeal. Okay. So Cali Girl, she made my life so comfortable to where I went from knowing that I got to pay for dinner, I got to pay for all the food and everything, to where she like take care of everything that was needed. So my life was easy and I got comfortable. And I'm being real with you, I got comfortable. But if I had my same grind that I had before I left Wilmington and I brought it here to California, when I first got here, I would probably be like 50 to 100,000 in my bank account. But because I didn't have that same grind that I got now, that I like feel that I'm going back to Wilmington, I actually feel the grind coming back. Like it's a blessing because now, I mean, I've been out here for what 10 hours? Or no, I've been out here for about 8 hours now, and I'm not tired. Actually, 9 hours. I'm not tired. I feel good. I want to go longer, but I'm about to actually call it a night 'cause I've been sitting out here for an hour and nothing came in. But it was a productive day. Tomorrow's going to be even better. 'Cause I'm going to start early. This is the grind that made me great in Wilmington and made me pop on YouTube. And I lost it. I became a beta male. I became literally the epitome of a weak dude. And that's what I got to get back. And that's what is coming back. And you're going to see DTW, because that's what brought you to my channel. You remember I used to wake up every morning and grind. No excuse making. I grinded. If I made $100, it didn't matter. I worked. 'Cause remember, it's my life. If I want to work 12 hours, 16 hours is my life. I lost that factor. I haven't worked a 16-hour day since being here. I should have did some 24-hour lives. Like I'm in California, I could have literally did a 24-hour live where I could have worked and then I could have came at the house. That would have been a subscriber boost. But all I'm saying is could have, would have, whatever. Um, I could have made some great things. But and by the way, I blew the 10K because I was making with the gig apps. But I was working like 60, 70 hours a week. I was making like 10 to 1200 a week, and then with Uber, I mean with YouTube, I did
There's a guy behind you.
tw- oh, okay, he's pulling up. I think. Yep. You had me scared. I thought you meant a guy, like actual guy. But no, with YouTube, I did with support. I did like 35 or whatever the first month with Cash App and all that. But then the second month, which is when, or the third month when I like ran away from YouTube and was only in there for 12 days, I still did with not just YouTube but all the Cash App and everything. I did like 1,200, and it would have been more if I would have um stuck with YouTube. But either way, I was able to accumulate 20,000 in 2 months, and I gave it all away because I ran away. I ran to South Carolina. I stopped doing YouTube, and I became a cuck. And I started sports betting, and I was losing because I was trying to make enough money to pay everything off. And you can't sports bet that way. You got to just bet and just bet. You bet the same unit for every single. You bet the same unit every day. I mean, for every bet, and then you just you're up or you're down. Instead, I was trying to bet to try to make 2,000 a day. But the whole point of the matter is this: that's
So
what
what
made
was it?
people rock
What
with
were
my
your
channel.
expenses, bro?
So my expenses were $1,500 for rent, utilities she paid, my cell phone bill was like 200, my my car insurance, etc. Combined for car insurance was like 400. So you got 550. So you got pretty much what 1,800 with that, and then you had gas was probably 1,000. So you had about $2,800, $2,800 total um, a month. But the reason why I never got ahead was because of the fact I would make it. I would make like 3,500. Take home will be about after gas and everything. My take home will probably be about 2,000 a month to 2,300 a month. So I was living a good life until YouTube. Actually, before YouTube, I was doing about 3,000 take home. After Uber deactivated me, I was only doing. I went from 3,000 to only like taking home like 2 to 2,500. So then after Lyft took away the bonuses, the tailwind when I started making the 10,000, I was only making with gig work until I started doing Spark that June before I left. I was only making like damn near maybe $1,500, and I was working my butt off, but it was just slow trash rides, deliveries. It was bad. And then I started doing Spark, and Spark was good for like 3 months until like it fell apart when they started allowing illegal immigrants to like do it. So then at that point, Porter, you were there. You know Porter, what it was. So yeah, it he was actually in Wilmington. He remembers when the fall off happened. Like Grubhub and all that was great, but then when I mean not Grubhub, Spark was great until that fell apart. But I was on YouTube literally. If you go back and look at my live streams, I was literally on YouTube on live streams showing people my numbers. I was doing 250 a day, like easy. Like I was working 12 hours those days, but then when I had my son, I was making about 150 to 200 a day. I was making great money. It was just not consistent towards the end, and that's when I had that nervous breakdown, and I went to South Carolina to see if it would be better there, and it was. Of
Do you
course, it
think you're
wasn't
gonna
really.
make? My bad to cut you off. Do you think you're gonna
No, you
make
good?
the same amount without Prop 22?
Oh yeah, you can cut. You can cut. Oh, and always cut me off if you see something you want to ask me. Um, yeah, it's fine with this live. Yes, because you got to remember in California, for me to have a car and work and gas and everything, I'm at $4,000 to $5,000 a month in expenses. With me being in Wilmington, with a car, which I can buy a little cheap beater and do delivery, um, once it starts getting cold, I'm at about $3,000 a month with a car. Without a car, with the bike only, I'm at $2,200 a month. Without a car in California and only bike, I'm at about California. I'm still at 35 to 4,000 a month, and that's the problem. Problem is the cost of living because I don't want to live in a crappy, unsafe place. You only got one life, and um, I'm not putting my life in jeopardy to try to save $700 to be in an unsafe place. So when I go to Wilmington, I'll be literally able, like you gotta remember, I sneeze $2,200. Like that's like 600 a week. I sneeze that. That's easy. I'm able to. I know I can stay for 5 years in Wilmington, take care of my son, like personally, like be there to help him with basketball and everything that he got going on. I could do that for 5 years, and I know that my bills are going to be 22 a month. 600 a week is achievable through doing 40 hours of gig work or doing a regular job. That's the option. I might just get a regular job. That's morning shift. And then you
Now,
have
have you
YouTube.
have you have you thought about kind of like what I was doing with the DoorDash and stuff is like kind of putting yourself out there to like different cities and trying out different markets and seeing like if you can make some more money out of the rideshare slash gig app.
Okay, so I'll be real with you. That place not it ain't gonna really be that type of party because that's such a old dying place that you don't. It ain't really. You got like what you call it, Myrtle Beach. You got a couple places you can go to do that, but really with what it is, I'm going to literally just be there until I finish this certification program. I'm gonna be there for 5 years. I'm just gonna stay under the radar. I'm gonna literally. I can make enough sports betting because remember, I can survive off of making $100 a day sports betting. And remember, it's not hard for me to make $100 a day. The problem is being in California, knowing my bills are 5,000, and then when I start sports betting, that $200, $300 mark is what gets me, and I end up losing. So I know I just threw this sports betting out of nowhere. The reason why I brought that up is because that's honestly going to be my main form of income. It's going to be the sports betting because I've done it there, and that paid a bulk of my bills and I know, I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do. So I'm not too worried about that. Um,
I mean, you should
I got
always have a
options.
backup plan though, bro.
Yeah, I got like four different things. So I got the phone, buying selling phones. I got the sports betting. I got, of course, DoorDash, and I got just going to get a job. I can literally go get a regular job and you know, keep it moving. Porter City. I think see Porter City used to he knows me from see when I blew up on YouTube it was because of like my stories were compelling. He didn't know really who I was. He didn't know he knew me as the promoter 'cause I showed him my YouTube videos and all that. But he didn't realize that I was that guy. Like my whole life. Like I've always made money to take care of myself. Wilmington was different because when okay, Wilmington was different because of the fact I was out of my element. Okay, I didn't know what I, I was putting myself into when I got there, and it not putting myself first financially, which was a benefit to my son because he needed me to have money for his basketball clinic, which made things for me. But
Yeah, you having
yeah,
some connection
bunch of
issues,
times I was
my
so
guy.
tight. Yeah, I remember I was working 24/7. Is it still bad?
It's going back and forth.
Okay, I'm actually gonna call it a day anyway because I'm gonna just go to sleep. That way, I'm gonna pull up in my spot because yeah, it's cutting. I've been out here for an hour and ain't get no delivery, so I'm gonna just cut my losses and just start back tomorrow early. Can you hear me at least?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was saying was when Porter met me, he met the guy that was sleeping in the car, who had no hope, who literally, who literally had was at his last on his last on his last leg, which ain't nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. You gotta you gotta start somewhere. So yeah, you know,
No, for sure. I mean, I definitely think you built something off of like the strength of your struggle that you were going through. You know what I mean? You built this
yep,
whole channel, so
yeah. That's the thing people don't understand. Like what went wrong because the momentum that I had at the time was great. The reason why I died was because I because I had one bad moment. I didn't know leaving YouTube. You gotta remember, I was doing in AdSense, I was doing like 40,000 views or 20,000. I was at my peak. I was doing 30,000 views a day. Okay, and then like um, I remember the 3 day mark of not doing YouTube, my views dipped all the way down to like 10,000 a day. Then I remember when I hit 5,000 a day. At that point, it never recovered because when I was at 30,000 a day, I was making damn near 150 to $200 off of AdSense every day, and I was posting the same videos. And I know the two videos that went viral were the main reason why. But the whole point is this, okay? I've always believed in myself, which is what got me there. When I was like, once again, I was sitting in that car, last leg, and I made that 25K to move in the place I'm in. I've always believed in myself, and that's pretty much what I'm going to do again. I'm going to go back to Wilmington. I'm going to have at least 15 to 20,000 to work with, and I'm going to start a new journey. But it's all about me executing and not switching up, like I always do. I got to stop switching up. I'm going to try my best not to do that. And it starts with me waking up in the morning and getting this work done, and not, I got to make life about DoorDash right now, if that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
I mean, so yeah, like you know what I mean. Like I'm gonna add on to that. So like with the going viral type stuff, like you know what I mean. Like it's a lot easier to go viral if you be doing the shorts. That's what I noticed. Like like I got like 50 something subscribers, 55 subscribers, and I put out one short and it got 6K in like 3 days. So you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. No, now here's the thing with that. I suck at making shorts, and I know what Dyson Trader gave. He gave me like the game where you just like go to like the top spike moment on your live, and you clip that, and you relate that to that video, and then that's how you get like the views. The problem is, this is what I mean by like social media manager. Remember, I'm not making excuses up. I'm just telling you like what is going on in my head, why things aren't what they should be. So I want y'all to understand in the chat, I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you guys the truth. Instead of, and by the way, I got a whole Camaro parked out here that I forgot to tell the dude to get his tags renewed so that way I can drive it. I forgot I got a whole Camaro right here that I can drive. I can drive it now if I want to. I just don't want to be driving with no expired tags. The tags expired in April. I got to hit him up and tell him to get the tags, the sticker. But yeah, so here's the situation. Um, I okay, when I used to do parties and all that, and all the stuff I used to do, to where I was just creating and making money, but people were managing everything, the money and all of that, not the managing of the product or whatever. But I had somebody that did all that for me because I'm terrible when it comes to the money. So Cali girl, I'm too erratic for her to want to deal with it. The problem I face is like I don't have any structure. So I make the stuff happen, but then I don't keep it going. So right now, for example, if I had, which is what I was trying to get Christina to be, but it's kind of tough for her to do it. She has her own life. But what I need is somebody who's literally going to be a social media manager for me, and they believe in what I can do in me. So what happens is you have like content houses where you give your channel to a guy that would like pay your rent, give you living expenses, money to like live, but like all the money you make for like a certain amount of years goes to them, and they just give you a cut, but they promote you to help you blow up. I've had offers for just to do an IRL type of show, and then also do reality videos like about my life. But and they script everything. But I don't want to do that because once again, I don't want to give up my channel, the direction. I'd rather fail on my own. But with me and my channel, and the way I'm in the algorithm, what works for me is if I had somebody that would reach out, like give me a schedule, like, hey, I need these videos at this time today, and then we mix some produced videos that are about like random topics with those about moments going on that day in the news, and I do 4 of those pre-recorded videos. Then I do like one to 2 lives a day, my channel will grow. But the problem is the inconsistency. I never put my lives. I never post my. Yeah, how you guys doing? Hey, hold on 1 second, okay? You go ahead, driving if you want to talk for a second, but
All right.
uh,
No, I just think
I'm on the elevator. I'm on the elevator.
I think that oh shit, hold on.
You good? Have a good night. Yeah, thank you.
No, I
Bye
think
bye.
I think
Go ahead.
just having like a schedule, like a set, like you know what I mean. Like I'm gonna do a live, like you know what I mean. Almost like notifying the viewer, like I'm gonna have like a live at this time, and you know what I mean. This is who I this is who I'm gonna have on the panel. You know, makes a difference. Like if like you know what I mean, you have like a set schedule, like okay, like I'm gonna have you know, say Joe Money Monday on Tuesday, and then I'm gonna have like Ski Mask on this day, and then I'm gonna have you know, like different like shows, like you know what I mean. Today we're gonna have a panel, you know what I mean, and so like it kind of like tells the viewers what to expect.
First, first off, most people don't come on for the people. They come on for me, not the people. So the issue I face with that is a lot of these people, um, they don't want to show their face. So it's hard to. I can't revolve a show around somebody that don't want to show their face. I can't even put them on the thumbnail. Like, yeah, remember, there's not been one person other than Alonzo and Brandon and Laura I was able to put on the thumbnail. I think with you, we almost got to the point that we would have did something to put you on the thumbnail. But yeah, most people don't want to be on the thumbnail because a lot of people got things to hide. They don't want people to know who they are. They don't got confidence. They lack confidence. So
Yeah, I think that's like a big, like I was telling you, I think what was it, like 2 days ago? Like, you know what I mean? I think that's the biggest thing right now with
a
the
lot
with
of
the
people.
channel is like the actual like live, like people being able to see people. Cause like I mean, I'd be watching like live panels like Anton, and Anton got like, you know what I mean? Like 100% of his people, like, you know what I mean? They're glued to their screen. They got a desk, and like, you know what I mean? They got like the special
Yep.
lights, and you know what I'm saying? Even some
Yep.
people don't,
That's
you know
how
what I
it
mean?
works.
But they still cam up.
Yeah, they look at. You gotta remember, all channels that are credible, unless they're like a gaming, like if you're a channel that's like a specialized niche, like if you're like a gamer or you're doing reviews of movies or something, then yes, sometimes with those lives they allow you to not show your face because it doesn't make a difference. But when you're like talking about real life and you're talking about how you do all this stuff in life, you got to show your face. They got to know who you are because you can be capping behind the screen. Like you had to show your face before multiple times to where you just didn't do it for that live, but there's video of you. So that's what these people don't understand. So like the situation is, and by the way, it ain't about you not giving me advice. We're having a crash course in like what's going on. People don't understand with Anton. That's what I want. It's just I can't have like Tim Cass, for example. Like the panels, they got to be like that. It can't be the panels where I got a bunch of people with no face yelling at each other. So until I get to that point, I'm going to do lives, but I'm not going to be focused on a panel. I'm going to get to a point, and what I mean by social media manager is somebody that I tell them what I need, what's going to work with the channel, and they keep it together to where they're going to be like, okay, we got deadlines, we need this done. You got, until this time to get it to me, and then I send them the video, and they do the magic. Like I'll send them a completed video, they post it on my channel and set it up and schedule. And then my lives, they schedule my lives for me with the thumbnail that I edit. I just want to create the stuff, and they do all that work. And then the person, they got to believe in my channel enough to where they can do it knowing that in the future they're going to get this percentage of money based on that work. And it's just hard because with Christina, for example, I want her to be that person, but she just doesn't have the time. And I think it might be because of being a woman, she doesn't like have it in her, I don't think, to like boss me and tell me, like, because I'm still the talent. I'm the talent. So you got to be a boss a little bit. You got to say, hey, Dennis, we need these videos. And if you can't do that, then you can't be the manager. Because I know if somebody told me, hey, I want you to manage me, and if I believed in them enough, Like, say for example, if I believed in you and what you got to offer, like if I sat there and we came up with something I feel like could be big for you, then I'm gonna be like, look, we gotta get this done. You gotta follow the rules. We'll make it happen. 'Cause I got a track record. And if you say, okay, I'm all in, then I'm gonna tell you, if we agree that you gotta do 3 videos a day, then I'm gonna be on you like, yo, I need this video by noon so I can post it by 1, or actually post it by 2. We got a schedule we gotta hit. I'm gonna be pushing you to get it done. But the problem is, you know, like, I don't have that person who I actually, and I got to be able to see that person. I can't be doing it with faceless person. Christina knows this. I told her I can't really. It's hard for me to buy into that without knowing what you look like. First off, knowing who you are, social media at least. And then, Joe, I know you keep saying all that, but Joe, you went too far. I would never let you help me with my channel. You are literally absolutely a piece of shit. I know you think you're joking with that stuff, but you can't come back from some stuff you're saying. Like he like you see driving over people like him go too far, and they don't understand that literally puts you in position, and that guy that you disrespected for month after month after month don't want to rock with you. Like you, and he never apologizes. He's literally gone too far. Like when I was going through my situation, he was the one calling me a petty, like everybody else. He's a piece of shit. He didn't give me the benefit of doubt. He judged me based on what he thought. He thought he had one, so he thought that it was okay to like bash me and try to, make me feel as low as I felt at that time. Like you weren't even on my channel at this point. But I don't remember any bad things you said about that. And you could have beat me while I was down. You could have beat me off while I was down. But guess what? You didn't do that, did he? Okay? You just stayed off my channel. But like people like Joe, when I was at my worst, remember that might happen again. When you blow up, people try to assassinate your character because they're jealous. And I would never let somebody manage anything that I got going on if I can't trust them when I'm at my lowest. So all those people that literally turned their back on me, y'all can stay on that side, because guess what? Unless you guys got money to offer, which would tell me that you guys are serious, which none of y'all do, I'm not rocking with y'all, because all you're gonna do is try to freaking take it as a joke, and I got to give you access to my back office and all that. Hell no, I'm not trusting you with my stream or anything I got going on. Overnight, you freaking try to change the password, or you freaking, lock me out of my own. No, or you put some nudity on my channel and try to get me shut down. I'm not taking that chance. Christina, the only one really. And even you, driver, I can trust that you won't. I can put you in my back office stream. You already know you won't be stupid. But some people I just can't trust, because these people be like having hate in their heart for no reason. Like I've never come on my channel and just straight up like disrespect somebody unless it was something that they did. But I like, even with Reese, I apologize for jumping on his case about Pedro before knowing the story. But with that said, you know, that question was a good. I mean, that comment was a good comment though. Like stability, structure. That's the reason why I need a social media manager, because I need somebody that keeps me on task, keep this project called YouTube together, because I don't have it in me to manage myself. That's the problem. I can manage people, but I can't manage myself and get stuff done. So once I find that person, my channel is going to be great again, because when I first started, I was in Wilmington. It was a more simple life. So I knew that I had to post 4 videos a day, and I knew I went on live. I was going on live these 2 time slots every day. But here in California, it's different, to where like at 5 o'clock, I can't be in front of ready to go, because like it might be busy with DoorDash and I gotta like go. Wilmington, I know at 5 o'clock, it ain't gonna be hitting for nothing. So I might have to do Lyft. There's a different levels. So we're gonna work on that though.
My bad, dude. I was having some audio issues.
You're good. Forgot. Put my shirt off. Go crazy.
No, I think just like bro, like, you know what I mean? We all here to like support you and stuff, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like, you know what I mean? Like I can definitely, like, you know what I mean, just like if you really need like some kind of motivation, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like to like just like know when to like go live, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like I can text you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Instagram you, whatever. Like, bro, just like go live at this time, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to be like a social media manager type deal. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's nothing like that, bro. You know what I mean? Like just you know, stay consistent, bro. Like I think that's all that like people want on this channel, and just like have like a some kind of structure, and like, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people like, you know, get a lot out of the channel, like, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a hangout, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like a bunch of people like know each other, like, you know what I mean? Even though we don't like really know each other like that, you know what I mean? But like people like come here for like the atmosphere of like, you know, like the, you know, the death row, the, you know what I mean? Like just like
Yeah.
just people knowing each other, you know what I mean? So I mean, yeah, dude, like, you know what I mean? I don't think
No,
it's
no,
that
I
hard. I
get,
think
not understand exactly what you're saying, but that's the thing I'm trying to run away from the hangout. Because remember, when my channel was the best, I wasn't even doing StreamYard. I was literally at the time, I was doing people had to call into my phone number and they call in the phone, and then I would put the phone on my Bluetooth in my car, and then I would do like the panel like that. And I was only on live for like an hour to two. So pretty much the people were like literally excited because they knew I was going to be on live and they were waiting for me to go on live. So that's the thing. Even with that, you have a situation that you still there, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I took the video.
Oh, I think we lost you. Lost you there, big dog.
Okay, my bad. I'm connecting my hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Okay. But yeah, people were looking forward to that moment to where I would come on live at the set time. It was usually at that time 5 o'clock, and I would have like the link or the phone number to call in, and then like you came on my speakerphone in the car. So I didn't even have StreamYard at the time, so I wasn't even doing panels. See, I think what happened was I gave a false reality to people to think that like the panels is what makes my channel, but really the panels. I'm not gonna say they suck, but they suck because you know, like when Anton when he's doing his panels, they talk about topics and then they keep it moving. You know, they talk about a topic and then they you know, they go on to the next topic and then, you know, it's fun. With my panels, when I try to do topics, people think it's corny and cringe, and it always ends up turning into a fight or somebody talking about what I need to do in my life. And it's always the same thing. And like it's hard because, you know, people just don't be clicking. Like we know with Ski, when Ski come on, um, when Ski comes on, you know he's gonna be funny. So you know to only have him on when it's like a funny topic. But when it's like a topic about freaking like somebody dying, or if it's a topic about
Oh, we lost you, big dog. But no, we know what you mean.
not to even want to have that conversation. And I think that's where we what I mean by like I gotta have certain people on certain days and not have people just on every day because it's gonna be the same thing every single day. And I'm not gonna say they suck, but they suck. That's H way. I'm assuming it's talking about the people doing panels, and I don't think people doing panels suck. I just think I put them in bad position because you know driving the wealth. If we would have came on earlier and you would have came on, I would have started like I want to start about women, like women that want to act like they aren't looking for men. You know, a lot of women they want to say that they pay. Like for example, you got the one woman that live off of child support. You know, she's surviving off of that. She doesn't work. She doesn't want to work. But then she want to call herself independent and say she don't need a man for nothing. But you are using a man for child support for 18 years, just your kid, you know, until you're 18. So how are you going to say you don't need a man, but you're literally living off of child support? And that was the conversation. You don't see too many men that can be said that they're living off of child support from a woman. Like doesn't happen. Most men gotta go to work. And that was the conversation. And I would have put you now if I would have had a manager once again, she's gonna be working the back office while I'm on live. Now I could be on the bike and she's gonna put the video up that I want to reference at the time I say I need it up. And then it's gonna be more of a balanced live. We're gonna have the video up. She's gonna be doing the transitions. She's gonna also be doing adding people to the live. And all I'm doing is I'm just a host. And that's what Anton Daniels, that's what everybody has. And that's what they had before they blew up. It's just I don't have that. and then I don't have a co-host. I need a co-host. Like Brandon, real talk. If Brandon wasn't so uptight, he would be a good co-host, but he got too uptight. Like he's too controlling. Like it's my channel, and I can't have somebody that comes off like it's their channel when they didn't help me build anything. Like I got to this point myself, so that's the reason why he didn't work. Otherwise, Christina would work, but she doesn't want to show her face, so that's the reason why that wouldn't work. Because I got to have somebody show their face. But Brandon was a good setup. It's just he's too controlling. I get it because of the military. So I'm just saying, just keep that in mind. Until I get to that point and I find that person, it's gonna be limited growth. Because I know with that person is gonna be able to tell people like, okay, let's move on to the next topic. A Laura would have been good at that, but of course that fell apart. Yep, yeah, my bad. I lost connection. I was in the elevator. Yeah, that's the reason why Laura beefed with me because
Damn, you got the worst reception in that building, my big dog.
like I knew that she wasn't a real friend because that wouldn't happen. She chose to fight. She chose to be on the dangerous side of the conversation. So the whole point of the matter is, oh shoot, my battery died. But yeah, that's the reason why, I said before, I got to find the right fit. But there's a lot going on. But with that said, any other questions you think you want to ask? You did good, man. You literally kept me on my toes. You kept it interesting. Give you mad props for that. And like I said, if you ever want to come on here and I would say get you a selfie. I don't know if you already got a tripod. They're cheap. You can get one on Amazon for $20. Get that, and then for your phone to be set up and positioned, and then be situated in a chair. That way it'd be constructed and properly. And I'll do a live with you as long as it's that setup. Okay, I don't care about the lighting and all that. It's just make sure you're like background is clean and all of that. And I'll do a live with you on your channel, and I can help you build your channel because we can do it off of mine and yours at the same time. But people will mute my live and come to yours. I think people will come to your channel and like what you got because you're a whole new guy.
I mean, honestly, bro, like, you know what I mean? No, I appreciate like all the input. Like I have all that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like I've taken a lot of like advice, what you said, you know what I mean? So like I have the platform to do it, you know what I mean? And I mean, let's be honest though, like probably like the whole, 55 subscribers, 54 subscribers are all the like subscribers from your channel. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, minus like a couple other people, you know what I mean, who jump on my panels and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But like mostly like the people who are on my panels or like on like my videos and stuff. I don't really do videos like anymore. Like I try to do the live panels because I think live streaming is like the way to go. But I mean, they're all like your subscribers. They're like, you know what I mean? Like it's the same family from like, you know what I mean, from this YouTube channel, you know what I mean? So it's like all the same people, you know what I mean? Which I mean, it's not bad, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? It's just, people want to hear like, drama and stuff like that. And, you know what I mean? Since I haven't been on that, like, you know what I mean? My viewership has gone down a little bit, you know what I mean? But I mean, I don't really care. I do videos for fun, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to like I'm not trying to be like the biggest YouTuber. I mean, obviously like that'd be fun, like to be like, a YouTuber making money, but you know what I mean? I just kind of like vent to the camera, like, you know what I mean? Kind of when you like first started doing YouTube is, just vent to the camera and if people like it, and interact with it, then like cool, you know what I mean? But I'm not trying to like at the end of the day, I know it's not going to pay my bills right away. So, it could take years.
Okay. No, I get that. The reason why I say that is because when Pedro went to when I went on Pedro's and them live and the not the big channels but the small channels, I went to their lives and I went to their live to do that show. And all I did was just do what I told you I would do for you.
it got up to 90 people up in that thing. The whole time it was like 90 people. So I'm just saying, like that could be a big boost that can get you, rocking and rolling in regards to like, that bump of people. So I'm just saying I'm just throwing it out there and then of course the following week and then they had like 20 people concurrently. But remember, they're bigger channels. They have hundreds of people in there. So I'm just saying, anytime, just we can do that. That's just nothing to help me, just help you. If that makes sense.
No, for sure. Like, you know what I mean? I appreciate like all the help that I can get, you know what I'm saying? It's but like I think the one thing that like is like the definite thing about YouTube is like you have to be consistent, like, you know what I mean? And just like you have to be posting, because like I noticed like Pedro, he's like, every single day it's a video, it's a video,
Yep.
it's a video. You know what I mean? And so like if you're not making the videos, like if you take a day off, like people like just like, like kind of switch off because like me, like I know that like, I have like so many content creators that I watch, you know what I mean? So like, if I get bored or like I don't like what they're talking about, I just switch off and I'm just like, okay, let me go like, watch somebody else because that's what YouTube is. It's like literally like the new fucking like news channel of like, the world, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like you can just, so that content, like you really have to like be engaging or I mean, I'm not trying to tell you like how to be, but you know what I mean? In my experience, you know what I mean? It's just like like people get bored quick, you know what I mean? And we have like this society where like, you know what I mean, people want that like instant, like, you know what I mean? Like gratification of like their favorite people, you know what I mean? And so like I think that's the new thing is like instant gratification of like new subscribers and like, you know what I mean? Like it's, I don't know, but I definitely think that like the new thing is like live streams, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
in real time.
No, I got you. I mean, I'm gonna stick it out. I mean, I'm gonna try to make it work. Um, I'm gonna try to make it work. It's gonna take time, but I was just, oh shoot, it looks like Sam is in. But
Sam
Sam, I'm about
Lee.
to get off. I got a couple minutes. I'm about to get off here. You would come at the tail end. What's going on, Sam? You would come at the tail end right when I'm about to leave.
Is this Sam Lee? What? This don't sound like Sam Lee.
This Sam Lee?
I think this is a troll.
Yeah, I can't risk him saying something crazy, so I'm just booting him off. Well, I'm about to get off here, man. I'm about to go to sleep so that way I can wake up. I'm gonna wake up at 7 a.m. so I can get started by 8. No, I appreciate you jumping on here. You can anything you want to tell the people? Maybe tell them to subscribe to your channel. If you, I don't know if you're about to go live tonight or not, but
Yeah, go subscribe, Driving the Wealth. We have panels here and there. I try to make them just like talk about random stuff. But you know what I mean. If y'all want to more content, you know what I mean. Another place where you can you know be with the family. You know what I mean. The hustler family, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here, you know what I mean, in these YouTube streets, trying to make dollar bills. So subscribe to Driving the Wealth. And I appreciate, allowing me to, have a platform.
no, no, definitely. And I appreciate you coming on and keeping it rocking because I mean I got the numbers up with you. I appreciate that because we actually got close to 40. But with that said, I'm gonna be on tomorrow, guys. Probably after noon, like around like 11, 12. Eventually, I'm gonna get to the point of consistently scheduling. But for now, it's in the air. It just depends on when it's busy. 'Cause I'm not gonna be on live, and it's slow because there's too many depressed, miserable people that are gonna try to drive me to walk away and like call it a night. So I did a solid day though. I think I hit close to $100. So let's see what I did today. So today I did a total of Jesus Christ. I don't know how that's even possible, but I did 25 with Jesus. How does it say? That's some nasty work. I don't know how this is even possible to have done $40 and but I forgot Prop 22 money. So I'm gonna get way more than that. So it's all good. I'm gonna still walk away with. I got a lot of Prop 22 money coming. And plus, I forgot I know why, because DoorDash, because I only got $29, but that was the $29 from. Let's see, yeah, that was $29 I got, but that was based on them keeping the money because I got that cash tip. So either way, I'm gonna stay positive. Once I become a top dasher, everything will be good. For now, it is what it is. And I just logged off, and now it's $1 extra per delivery, but it was no deliveries coming in. Like that's so confusing. But it's all good. But with that said, appreciate you, man, coming on here.
Yeah,
Appreciate y'all in the chat.
I think I'm gonna do a go live for like 15 minutes. See if anybody, jumps on, wants to jump on. If not, you know what I mean. But hope you have a good night, bro. You know what I mean. I appreciate the support, bro.
Yeah, you too. I appreciate it. By the way, remember, I'm telling you, like, just say the word, and then we can do the whole. I can restream you and then mute it and tell people to go to your live. I rather not do it now because I just been on for 3 hours, but we can do that tomorrow. Anytime you're gonna be on for like an hour, I'll literally send them over. That's how you do it. Once they come over, then they'll start getting alerts. So don't do it the hard way. Don't work backwards. If I can give you this little help, because I mean, I don't care. I just want to make sure you're good. But anytime, just reach out. All right.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. All right, talk to you later.
All right,
man.
Peace.
Yep. All right, man. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm about to get sleep so I can wake up early in the morning and get started. I'm looking right now to make sure there's early morning available, because right now I don't see anything other than we got Brentwood, but that Brentwood is too small. Looks like we got Santa Ana from 11. No, that's too late. Newport Beach Newport Beach is not available. There's nowhere available in the morning. Everything's grayed out. So I guess I got to just wake up early and just look at the app, and if something's open, take it. But yeah, there's nothing available in the morning. All the blocks are taken, other than Culver City. But I ain't about to go to Culver City because that's too small of a place. Then I don't want to drive to Beverly Hills for no reason, because Beverly Hills be trash. Yeah, I gotta just wake up, just turn the app on, and wait until it allows me to go. Hollywood, it's from 7:30 to 11:30, but it'd be too slow. So what I'm gonna do is do 11:30 to 2 a.m. in downtown. I'm gonna set that up right now. All right, so look, guys, appreciate y'all. Hit the like button on your way out. I'm out. I'm just gonna go to sleep now. Appreciate y'all. J World. Now I know what you're talking about.